today. So it is right now, it's like 1:32 on my Apple Watch, 1:32. And she said it would be an hour from the top of the hour. So it's 1:32. So we go to 2 o'clock. We go up to that hour at 3 o'clock. And that is when the verdict will be read in this case. It's just about 13 and a half hours, 13 hours of deliberation or so. So the jury has reached a verdict. We do not have a hung jury. Gene Rossi was saying we would get a verdict. I think some people thought there was a possibility of a hung jury, but there were a lot of legal experts I spoke with, and even in...
Y'all better thank Nicole, because I was working and my phone started ringing on Instagram and I was like, oh shit. So, yeah, shout out to Nicole, because she was on that shit and called me, and I was scrambling to pick up the phone as fast as I possibly could. So shout out to Nicole for calling. It's going to be, we've got a little ways to go. Obviously, y'all can tell I was not prepared. Clearly, looking like a crackhead. I was just scrambled in here, essentially. So it's 1:34 there, which means they're going to the top of the hour, 2 for the hour countdown, 3. So they're not actually going to read the verdict until 3 o'clock. Yeah, straight up. Shout out. She was on it, and she knew to call, because my DMs are always crazy, so I can miss things that way. But she was on it and called, and I was like, oh, I literally go, you win the day. Are y'all ready for this? We do have until 3. So I did rush in here, and I wasn't thinking. Like, of course I should have looked and been like, okay, we've got till the top of the hour plus an hour. I don't have to go live until 3. But I was just like, what? We got a verdict and rushed in here. Yes, their time. So it's 12:35 for me right now. So it's 1:35 for them, which means they're going to roll over till 2 o'clock. And then they have the hour countdown. So essentially, it doesn't matter where you are. An hour and a half from now, we'll have the verdict. An hour and a half from now, no matter where you are. And see, we've got people from all over. So y'all know I don't know time. I barely know what day it is, much less what time it is. An hour and a half from wherever you are right now, they will read the verdict. But can we just take a second? Can we just take a motherfucking second? Hold on. Please hold. Someone sent in on Instagram today that it is National Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day. So can we please get a good verdict on National Narcissist Abuse Awareness Day? Yeah, no matter where you are, an hour and a half. Yes, no matter where you are, an hour and a half from now, no matter where you are. Oh, yeah, I guess I could put the TV on. So rude of me. I'm so sorry. Please hold. Please hold. They're just chatting. I'm going over the same stuff. Just waiting. But, oof. For real, shout out to Nicole for calling. Yeah, everyone's like, holy shit balls. Listen, we don't need to have anxiety. Yes, this is our winner for the day. The winner of the day, Nikki C. or Nicole, for calling me the second she saw the news. Because I told y'all, I'm always doing a million things at once. My inbox always has a million messages in it. Like, the best thing to do is to call. And the second she called, I was scrambling to get that phone open and rush in here. Of course, I could have spared y'all freaking out because we do have an hour and a half, but I was freaking out. So let's freak out with my besties, you know? This is clickbait. Y'all, this is clickbait. Y'all know. Yeah, Nikki wins the day. Hands down. I can stay the whole live if y'all want to work it out. You know, like I said, I just got excited and rushed in here and hopped on. That was the human me, not the professional me. The human me was like, oh, verdict, rushing to go live. I should have probably spared y'all until another hour from now, but oh yeah. I mean, if y'all knew what I was doing, clearly look at me. I beeline my ass in here. I was not really thinking it was going to be, you know, I mean, it's a great timing on National Narcissist Abuse Awareness Day. Great timing. But, oh, yeah, it's going to be wild. I'm telling you, I was in the middle of doing some stuff, you know, like non-fun stuff, like power washing the back deck and like house chores and stuff I'm behind on. But when that phone rang and I saw it was Instagram, I was like, let me stop whatever the fuck I'm doing right now. Priorities, people. Priorities. Right? Like, it's like, no matter what I'm doing, it doesn't fucking matter. We got a verdict in. Drop everything. Crazy. Crazy. What do y'all think it's going to be? Mixed feelings, I'm sure, but yeah, I agree with this. It is fucked up if he's not there. Well, happy birthday. Thank you, Pam. I told y'all early on that I'm not sure. You know, defamation is such a hard thing to prove, especially with the added element of malice intent. I wasn't really thinking that people were going to like the verdict on this one, although it's been a shit show. So I feel like anything's possible. I mean, if ever there was a defamation case for a celebrity that could pull a win, this is it. And like I said yesterday, if he can't win this case, then we don't need to allow celebrities to even bother suing for defamation, because if he can't win this case, I don't see how anyone in the same public figure position could win a case. But that's just my personal opinion. Can they bypass instructions? Yes, it's called jury nullification, but you cannot tell them about it. Like, big no-no. Big no-no. And with jury nullification, thank you. With jury nullification, how that works is you have your instructions and you have your verdict form, and you basically say, fuck this, we're disregarding all of this and going to rule our own way. But now you cannot tell the jury that that's an option. So they would have to decide as a group that they wanted to disregard what they were supposed to do to rule their own way. It's called jury nullification. So it's possible. This is like, I never try to predict what a jury will do, because you just can't. You really don't know. Everyone's so different, especially in these kinds of cases. But they can do jury nullification and say, fuck this, we're ruling however we want to. Very possible that they could do that. But if they follow the form, and like I said, he's won the court of public opinion, which is what I think that's all I cared about anyways. And he got to tell his story on a platform that was not only public, but in a legal realm with people backing him up. So it was the best way to tell his story publicly. He's won either way. But like I said, in a courtroom, I mean, malice intent is hard to prove, because being a crazy bitch is not just malice. Like, that's not going to be actual malice. It does have to be unanimous in Virginia. Thank you, Deborah. I'm glad y'all can't smell me right now. Ooh, I'm glad this is through the screen. If he's not there, I am going to be disappointed. As far as safety reasons go, they've been outside with these people for 6 weeks. So, come on. Hey, I've had a blast with you guys doing this, and we will do it again. There's more cases to cover, and there'll be more live cases to watch as well. That is true, because I was definitely not online. I was doing all these things I'm behind on. Why does it matter so much that he's there? It's a thing of respect. So for me, they don't have to be there in civil. Y'all know I don't normally cover civil cases. Not my thing. They don't have to be there for civil. The reason why that bothers me is because this has been 6 weeks in court plus a 10-day break, so 7 weeks plus deliberations, that these random citizens, which granted, as a citizen of the United States, if you get called to jury duty, that is your duty. And as a citizen of the United States, that's your duty. So I get that. But these people, this is not a criminal case. This is a civil case. So these random citizens got sucked into your life and your problems for over 7 weeks. And they've had to be there that entire time to hear all this stuff. They're getting paid $30 a day to do it, missing out on their lives. I think, to me, it's disrespectful to not show up. Both disrespectful to the system, considering the judge has to be there, the lawyers have to be there, the jury members have to be there. It's just I find it incredibly disrespectful, because these people, it's your life and your problem, and it's a by choice lawsuit. And these people got drug into it, making $30 a day, giving up their personal lives to be there. The least you can do is be there for the verdict, to show appreciation for the time and effort that they put into the jury process. That's my personal opinion. Some people don't care that they're not there. That's fine. Me personally, I think it's rude as fuck. Like, if the jury has to be there, you should have to be there too. I don't leave. Like, when I go to cases and they go back to deliberate, I sit in the courtroom or at the courthouse the entire time they deliberate. That's just me. In civil cases, they don't have to go. In criminal cases, you obviously have to be there, because if you're found guilty, you're going to fucking jail. But they don't have to be there for civil cases. I just think it's rude. At the very least, yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Aaron, for the reminder. Let me do that right now. Y'all know I'm not in work mode. I was in like, la, 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 in my own little world when I got the call. So, looking ratchet as fuck, smelling like I've been power washing a back deck, and scatterbrained, clearly. Verdict will be read at 3 o'clock. AKA an hour and 10 minutes from now. I'll have to update this banner in a little bit. Yeah. An hour and 10 minutes. We have people on here from all over. So basically an hour and 9 minutes from now, no matter where you are, that's when it'll go down. Depending on this verdict, I wouldn't. Think about that. Think about that. Would you want to be tied into it? I would not. I mean, if they rule in Depp's favor, that's one thing. But if they don't, hell no. Yeah, I dare her. I dare her to make a press conference. Can you imagine? You know? That's hysterical. I don't think she has a case, but she might, just to avoid paying for a while. I mean, I guess it also depends on how much they award in damages, because the jury can change the award amount, and they might do that. Thank you. Thank you. Also, great question. I'm normally pretty decent with predictions, but that's in criminal cases. There's so many opinions here, as y'all learned when we went over the verdict form yesterday. Unless they pull a jury nullification, I do not think you guys are going to be happy with the verdict. I think it's possible that you could be happy, but I would prepare to not be. We have another Instagram caller. I'm live. You need to come join. I know, but so they're going to read it in an hour and 6 minutes. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. So hop on over to YouTube and we'll hash this out together and hopefully we'll be happy. All right. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. I love that y'all call. I was very serious about that when I said call me because I'll miss it. So I love that y'all call because I was 1000% serious about that. Them not feeding the jury is wild. Wild to me. If I get jury duty and they don't fucking feed me, y'all, shit. If I ever get called for jury duty again, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be like, if y'all aren't providing food, like I do get hangry. I'm probably not mentally fit for this if we're not providing food. At the very least, I need to be able to have a pizza delivered. I do not play with the pizza. And now everyone knows. Yeah, touching my food when I'm hangry is not advised. Ask Clint, he saw firsthand. I'm just a normal person, okay? And I do get hangry. It's funny to me how different things are because there's courts that I attend here where you can only have water, and then there's courts where I've attended where you can bring in snacks and coffee or soda. So they're all very different. Normally, when I attend cases, they pay for their food, their meals while they're deliberating, and can deliberate as late as they want to, whatever. So it's weird to see like all the different ways people do things. Like the I don't provide dinner. Psh. Penny said, I ain't staying here late. I have not had lunch. I was literally doing house chores and be gross when I got the call and beelined it in here. So I probably should get some food so I'm not hungry if it comes back not the way we wanted to. Let me change the spanner. An hour from now. There we go. That's because they're fake. That's because they're fake. Otherwise, I have little bitty blonde eyelashes that you can't see. I look like an alligator, and I bite my nails, so I don't have any. If you ever see me with good looking nails or eyelashes, fake 100%. Big facts. It's going to be very interesting. Let's hope it goes well. Thank you, Hannah. Let's see here. And honestly, I don't like a bunch of chatter when I'm waiting for a verdict. I'm like, everyone be quiet. I gotta mentally prepare for what's coming up. Don't even say I'm the fucking cougher. Do not even say I'm the fucking cougher. I'm losing my voice here because I talk too damn much. So I don't have the volume on for the verdict watch because it'll make me antsy. Everybody's running. My mom brought me like tea and honey and lemon, and because of the podcast, I talk all the time and I'm not used to it. So I realized very quickly during Duggar that it's hard to talk that damn much. Y'all have. I told y'all I already get nervous at court. I'll fight for my life to not cough in a courtroom or make any noise at all. And now I'll forever be the alleged cougher at the Depp trial. Did the spider die? I'm glad to see y'all saw Clint's takeover last night. Here's the deal. Outside of my house, there's like this covered patio area. And I was going out there, and when I wanted to come back inside, there's this 4-inch fucking spider on the doorway. And like, you got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm about to take on a 4-inch spider. I wear size 5 shoes. I'm sure as fuck not about to go. That 4-inch spider's almost as big as my foot. Hell no. So I was the only person outside. Certain people were inside. They're like, how do you want me to help you? Because I can't open the door to come out there to help you if it's on the doorway. So, nice knowing you. May the odds ever be in your favor. I had Clint on the phone because we were about to do a podcast. And I'm like, I'm over here fighting for my life. I got a tarantula out back. Obviously, hyperbole. It's not a real tarantula, but it was seriously, it's like 4 inches. I thought I had bug spray. We got a little remodeling going on. I thought it was bug spray. Turns out I'm drenching this fucking spider, hoping it'll die, in weed killer as it is running towards me. But the second it got just enough out of the way to where I felt like I could beeline it to the door, that's what I did. And then I didn't go outside for many hours, just making sure. We got critters in Arkansas, y'all. Dude, I'm telling y'all. And to make matters worse, this was a few years ago, but it was in the garage. We were going to tailgate. The crew goes to tailgate. I show up later with all the good stuff. So I had to go get something out of the garage, and I see this furry thing out of my peripheral vision. And I'm thinking it's like a bunny. Again, I live in Arkansas. Thinking it's like a bunny. And I look over, And it's like a full fucking, like, spider, like, no exaggeration, like this fucking big. I jump up on something in the garage. I call my husband. I'm like, I'm trapped in the garage with a tarantula. And I use hyperbole to make stories funny. And so people know it's a joke. Well, he assumed I was joking, saying it was a tarantula just to be funny. And I'm like, no, I'm not fucking kidding. Like, there's like an actual tarantula in the garage. I thought it was a fucking rabbit. So when I get back into the house, get my shit together, whatever. I tell everybody, I named him Carlos. I named the fucking tarantula Carlos. So I'm like, y'all, don't go in the garage. Carlos is out there. And like, So a couple weeks later, my husband goes in the garage, comes beelining in through the door. And I'm like, oh, what's up? Oh, you saw Carlos? Oh, Carlos is a fucking tarantula? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was not trying to be funny. As a straight up fucking tarantula. No. Okay, so yes, it most likely was a wolf spider, but we also have brown recluses, though I know they don't get that big. But fuck that noise. There's only two ways this verdict's going to go. They nullify and basically say he won and everyone's happy. Or they're going to say she might have defamed him, but he did verbally abuse her or some shit like that, and it's going to be a wash. So we shall see. Burn the house down. I'm telling you, on the South, we got animals, right? Like, I was going to go sunbathe on the back deck, but a 5-foot snake was also sunbathing on the back deck. So, like, nah, bro, you can have it. I don't need a tan that bad. You can have it. It's kind of how I feel about it, yeah. Oh, it's Carlos's house now. I'm still scared to go out in the garage. I've been parking in the driveway for over a year. And if I go in the garage, the garage door is open. I'm moving shit around, making noises, trying to see if Carlos is going to make an appearance. He can have the garage. You know, the snakes don't even bother me if they're not poisonous. It's like, but when they're poisonous, that's not cool. Me and my dog got chased by a 6-foot cottonmouth. Like, they're abnormally large. Let me just distract y'all. Y'all not even gonna believe this. Y'all not even gonna believe this unless I show y'all. So let me just go on and fucking pull it up. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit, fire. So, I realize there's snakes all over, right? But I also realize that most of y'all have an idea about how large snakes are. You know, like, oh, it's just a little bitty cottonmouth, or oh, it's just a water moccasin. Oh, a little bitty rattlesnake. No. Shit ain't like that in the South. Let me show y'all the South. This is what I'm working with. You want to fuck around outside? You better be prepared. Pull this up. Right here. Y'all want to fuck with some shit like that? Hell no. And that's not far from me. No thanks. No thanks. If y'all not from the South, then you don't know. But shit is bigger than it's supposed to be, and you live with it. That shit's just like in your fucking space. Welcome to the South. I mean, yeah, that's a motherfucking anaconda. No, that's a rattlesnake. That could be in your fucking backyard. So when I say I got chased by a 6-foot cottonmouth, like I'm not bullshitting. Like the shit was fucking it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like you're in your backyard minding your own damn business and that comes out. What are you gonna do about that? The head on that thing's the size of my hand. You ain't trying to fuck around with that shit, tell you right now. Nope. Just no. Like you go hiking, I love to go hiking. You go hiking, you think you see this cute little spot that's clear water that should be safe for you to like maybe cool off in. Then out of nowhere, you'll have a copperhead just come out. And snakes don't just swim on top of water. I'm not sure everybody knows this. If you don't know this, snakes can actually swim under the water, not just on top. Them bitches can swim under the water. So if you think you are ever going to see my ass in water that's not clear, you got me fucked up. A lake? Hell no. You're not going to find me in a fucking lake. No. Straight up. That's some true grit shit. I'm not trying to live that life. That is not a journey for me. That's not a journey I'm trying to take. So we do have gators in Arkansas, but not in the part of Arkansas that I live in. But people still swim in the lakes in the part of Arkansas where they are at and have been in. Can't help those people. You want to play dumb games and win dumb prizes? You do you. You gonna see my ass at Lake Hamilton and other than no, you will not. Lake Conway, Lake Hamilton, hell no. Immediately no. Yeah, no. Like, let me just find this stupid fucker. Hold on. There's another one recently. These people are wild down here. I'm telling y'all. It's not. Shit ain't normal. Arkansas showing 12-foot alligators in an Arkansas creek weighing 500 pounds. Huh. No. 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 Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Yep, clear water only. And they get in the fucking pool, but no. I mean, I am born and raised in the South, so I'm used to being outdoors and stuff, but, you know, when I was young, I didn't know what a doctor bill cost for getting bit by a poisonous snake or, you know, how long you had or didn't have to make it back. I know that shit now and I ain't trying to play. Nope. I got you, bestie. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Where my fucking group chat? Oh, here we go. So yeah, in case y'all didn't know about the South, in case you ever come visit me in the South, we got animals here, and that's a whole ass thing. Oh, I did not alert the TikTok peeps, but I probably should do that. I mean, they should be YouTube peeps, but that's fine. We'll see here. We'll have other cases, I promise. There's plenty of fuckery that we can do. So I sent the link to Clint and Lindsay, aka Miss Kickstand. So we'll see if they join us on here. I love that these people are freaking out about the fact that they didn't know all this wildlife was in the South. We can. So what I can do is like, and I mentioned this earlier, is like I can discuss certain segments of the West Memphis 3 on a live and then answer questions, but people are going to jump ahead of themselves. So I think what I'll do is speaking of wildlife, I'll do like a few videos of like segmented information, and then we'll do a live and discuss that information. And then I'll do a few more videos with more information, then we'll do a live to discuss that information. If I could find the trial for the West Memphis 3, I know I have clips of it, but I don't know if I have the entirety of the 2 trials. But if I did, we could go over that. Although, if y'all want to see me lose all chill, I'm talking like kick my pizza over upside down onto the grass and flip it over like I didn't just see you do that to my fucking pizza. It'll be that level of hangry angry when we cover West Memphis 3 for sure. I can. So it depends on what. First off, if you're a media member on the website, if you're a media member on my website, there's a West Memphis 3 file up. Now I have like over 15,000 documents, so I still need to upload plenty more. But if you're a media member, the file is already up for West Memphis 3, so you can start sorting through legal documents and police reports and crime scene photos and stuff like that if you want to start with that. Or there are some great documentaries about the West Memphis 3. There's Paradise Lost, and that's got 3 volumes to it. And I believe you can probably get those on YouTube or Amazon, other streaming places. I'm old school. Y'all know I got DVDs. But I'm sure it's somewhere on there. Also, West of Memphis is a really good one. That covered it. And these are ones that I trust, that I like watch and know that it's like legit. So there's that. Also, what I love about Paradise Lost is that they did a motherfucking bias check of all motherfucking bias checks, because they actually intended for the documentary to be about how they were guilty, and while preparing for the documentary realized that they were innocent, so switched it to how to be a documentary on how they're innocent, essentially. So they did a motherfucking bias check. So those are some good ones. There's also some books out there. You just want to. Here's the thing: is like I look at full picture things, so I look at both pro West Memphis 3 versus against West Memphis 3, because you got to know what the other person's opinion is to better yours and to like know different aspects. But I don't want to suggest you all to read or watch stuff full picture just yet, because it might cause confusion. So, yeah. But like I said, I've got all the police reports and legal docs. If you're a media member, that's already online that you can look at. There are some great books. So Damien Eccles wrote a book, and then Mara Leverett has a book. And Mara Leverett is from Arkansas. And I actually just went to see her and Jason Baldwin at a library event talking recently. So those are some great books. Yeah, I forgot about that. Y'all had me do an Amazon store. If you do, y'all had me do an Amazon store. I set that up. So if you do an Amazon store, I've got the books that I recommend, as well as documentaries that I recommend if you're a DVD type of person, and other things like that. A lot of y'all had questions about how I made my notebooks, which is so hysterical to me. If you've been around for a long time, then you know when I go to court cases, you can't have electronics. So I have these notebooks that I take in. And because I typically have so many notebooks for one case, I like decorate the covers. So some of y'all asked me about that. I'll show y'all how to do all that. But I put those notebooks online in case any of y'all wanted to do that, because you might definitely want to take notes for West Memphis 3, because that's just going to be wild. It's going to be 30 years of just epic fuckery. How does one become a media member? So if you go to my website, thesojofiles.com, you'll request to be on the website. I'll confirm it immediately. And then you can get a media membership. And what a media membership is all of the documents, like all of the research, legal docs, police docs, footage, crime scene photos, the stuff that I use that's shareable. But I do share everything I can unless told not to. Everything that I have that's shareable, I put on a Google Drive for you guys to view, so that you can see all the information yourself and work at your own pace and go through the docs. And you can help me go through the docs, because a lot of us teamwork things, and you can leave notes and stuff on there. I leave my notes on there, so you can go through if you go through it, you can see my notes. So once you become a media member, you can see all the documents on my website, of course. However, I recommend that you download Google Drive, because I add the email that your membership is under to the Google Drive, so that you can view it on the Google Drive app. Because a lot of y'all look at this stuff on your phone instead of like a computer or a tablet. And it makes it easier when you have the Google Drive app. Oh, there's so much. And I know I have like flash drives full of, I think there's literally almost 15,000 documents or something. So I'm trying to upload it and like figure out how to organize it all out, because it's a clusterfuck for sure. But we're going to get it done. Love this. I will. Someone asked me about this, if I was going. I would love to go. I don't know if I'll be able to go. We'll see. Also, it's an evidentiary hearing, and I don't think it's going to be too long. So do I want to drive a long, long ways there and back for a few hours? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done it before and I'll do it again. But I'm still debating, because I would like to go, but we'll see. We shall see. And also, to tie this all together, Johnny Depp is one of the celebrities that helped raise money and do all the awareness stuff to help get the West Memphis 3 out. So to connect the West Memphis 3 case to the Johnny Depp case, Johnny Depp was a huge advocate for the West Memphis 3. Well, LB, civil cases, they're all opinions. And so I think that it's a possible chance that he wins, and that would be through jury nullification, basically, because I do not think that they're going to be able to prove malice intent. So it's possible. And if he does, it will be through like a jury nullification, fuck this, we're standing one type situation, because I'm not sure that they can prove malice intent. However, I've been saying since the beginning that I don't think that he's actually going to win in a courtroom short of that situation. Also, if he can't win this case, then celebrities just can't win defamation cases. It's going to be a hot mess. It's going to be a hot mess. Yeah, Johnny Depp, big supporter of West Memphis 3. Like, y'all know him as Captain Jack Sparrow, but like I know him as one of the people that helped get West Memphis 3 out. They could say that they found this one statement to be defamatory, but not the other. That is possible. Like they don't have to agree on all three statements. It could just be one statement or two statements. It doesn't have to be all three. That's for sure. Yeah, I do need to go get me a little snacky so I don't get grumpy with y'all. And with y'all, I just get a little snarky. And y'all gotta put my ass in check. As you should. Everybody's freaking out. Hey, listen, no need to freak out. There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. I've tried to prepare y'all from the beginning that he won the court of public opinion, but he's probably not going to win in a courtroom. But that doesn't mean that it's not possible. It is very much possible. So you should be erring on the side of he's most likely not going to get a win in a courtroom. But if he does, fantastic. You should be happy either way. Look, as long as he doesn't have to pay her fucking money, that's a win. Of course, I think her entire counterclaim is a situation at its finest fucking bullshit. But I digress. Well, if you starve me, if y'all starve me of food, don't let me have snacks, or you get me at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm my snarkiest in the middle of the night. And when I don't have food. For sure. Snarky Sojo is like me in my personal capacity, not my professional capacity. But y'all can tell the difference by now when I'm being personal Sojo and when I'm being professional Sojo. Yeah, I'm going to go get me a little snack. So, I know y'all are not trying to, I know, I can just tell from looking that y'all ain't trying to hear. Like, look at this Zoom background. Like, are we serious with this? Are we serious with this background? I ain't saying mine's great. But, like, that's what you picked for your Zoom background? Come on now. Look, it's even lopsided. Look, that's lopsided as fuck. It's not even the right angle. And you had options. You could have picked anything online. Hell, you could have put Johnny Depp's face back there. Lord bless it. I know y'all ain't trying to hear that. So let me go pee. Because I gotta pee. I gotta pee every 5 minutes. I gotta pee. And let me get some caffeine. And a little snacky. And then I'll be back. Because I got 33 minutes. Let me change this banner real quick. Boom. Plus, I got to get back on here before Miss Kickstand gets on in 17 minutes. I can't tell lies to y'all because I vowed not to do that. So I plead the fifth. But Lindsay's definitely seen me be hangry as fuck. It is what it is. Okay. BRB. Everyone hang tight. Hold down the fort. Lens, I'll be back by 2:45. Okay, I'm back. With Cheetos. And if you're a real one, you know that the real Flaming Hot Cheetos are Chester's. But we're working with what we gotta work with what we got. Again, do not shame me. If you're a real Hot Cheetos eater, I know Chester's is the real Hot Cheetos, but beggars can't be choosers. Also, clearly I took y'all to pee with me and get my Cheetos. And all y'all sitting that y'all were scared. Nobody's going to prison. If people were going to prison, I would say be scared. But nobody's going to prison. So nothing to worry about. Yeah, they really are. They really are. I respond to all these text messages. Okay. I hope you got some. I hope you got some chicken ramen. There's no need to be nervous, y'all. He's not going. It's not like someone's going to prison. If this was a criminal case and someone's going to prison that you thought was innocent, I'd be like, yeah, I'm nervous because somebody could go to prison. But Sam, where you been at? I don't blame her, honestly. I feel this, except for I'm way out of college, but still living and acting like a broke college student, clearly. No shame in that game. Thank you, Tanya. So this is true. Like I said, they could nullify, but that would be, I'm sorry, y'all are just gonna have to hear me eat. You're about to find out why I don't eat in front of the camera. You know? My sister just texted me and said, fuck, I'm gonna miss the announcement. You have 15 minutes. Ooh. We might see a WWF SmackDown if that's the case. This is me. You have 15 minutes. Plus, they'll get all in there and get situated. So, oh, I can control the size of the screen on here. Learn something new every day. All right. I'm telling y'all, I was in my own little world today. Clearly was in my own little world today. So again, shout out to Nicole or Nikki for being the first one to call to get my ass in gear. Oh. We might have, I don't think we have any Team Ambers among us on here. Cannot say the same for TikTok. Thank you, Emma. About to choke over here on a hot fry. Y'all better not call me the cougher when I start coughing on these hot fries. Tell your boss you got jury duty. We've been serving on jury duty for 7 weeks. Y'all, the side text that I'm getting right now, hilarious. It is National Narcissist Abuse Awareness Day. Yeah, I got jury duty. Don't talk to me until after this is over. Uh-oh, look out. Look out. She got us on mute, though. It does look bad. It does look bad. Man, I put the sound on for you.
Yeah, but we all think that maybe juries, not this one, because this one is very ethical, but some juries may watch. Nima Haddadi, let me just go back to you. This is a first-time chat. Thank you from Twitch, first-time chatter. Andrew Body, thank you for watching the Long Fun Network, and I know you're going to stay with us as we telecast that verdict live from inside that courtroom at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But the question is this. If this is ruled, in other words, if the jury comes back with a verdict in favor of Depp, what implications are there for future defamation and freedom of speech cases?
I don't think there's much. I don't think that this is a precedent-setting trial. I think what's happening here is the press and everything that it's getting. You have two of them, one of the most famous people on the planet and his wife. We're getting intimate details of the inner workings, and you get to see that even actors and actresses have real life problems, you know. That's the biggest thing about this case. I don't think there's going to be any type of precedent or anything of that nature being said.
Remember that Erica
I want to bring you back as we still show you on screen for the moment until we get there. The audio of Depp versus Heard arguing that Bahamas trip. That's the one that Elaine Brennan
I defer to Queen Erica on the civil cases.
Where she says there was a sexual assault. Amber Heard says it was sexual assault by Johnny Depp. Why don't we listen to the audio?
Thank you, Amanda.
In the courtroom.
I say when I say I'm trying to change one thing or work on blah, blah, blah. I can only do those things.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm on mute because I'm at work.
I texted them.
What things have you been doing?
Working on this thing.
Lindsay, you need to turn your mic up when you unmute it.
Trying to change this last several times.
Hence screaming when I spilled wine accidentally.
Yes, they really do.
For falling
I mean,
asleep.
I think it's kind of disrespectful that he's not there because these poor jurors have sat through their civil BS for
up, you know.
a long time.
No, it weirded him out.
But
it never.
I'm so sorry. I fucked this up.
didn't my kids up, but it was pretty.
I'm gonna miss
pretty
Chew
weird for
and
him,
his
you know?
facial expressions.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm surprised he's. So we can for the countdown. I'm sure that's terrible.
I personally think it's a
I
bad
don't
look.
need
I know
to,
they don't have to be there for civil,
No,
but I do think it's kind of a bad
clever,
look.
it's not against me.
Just because it's a super long case,
No, you think you're controlling yourself.
you know,
You think you're controlling
Your
yourself.
character has become so
show respect to the
especially
court
when
system and the jurors that had to be there.
I'm gonna walk
And
away now because you're
I'm not a
absolutely
fan of the not being there thing.
making me seem even worse. And believe
Thank
me,
you, Cindy.
I'm not gonna be calling you at 3:00 in the morning after I have an Ambien and think I'm gonna just forgive and move on. Trust me. It is
And we have had a great time.
gross.
And like I said, he's not going to jail. Nobody's going to jail, so we don't need to be nervous.
You take that for granted.
You know.
Fine.
Thank you,
You
Patty.
need a woman who would not jump up and scream if you've been spilled on 3 times in a row. And I hope you're happy with whoever that is.
Yeah. Do we
Because
predict
that
an
was such
outlash?
a person.
Do we predict an outlash?
And
Or
let me
will
just
they
ask you right now, let me
heard
just tell you
misheard
right now, we do have a verdict in that Johnny
and
Depp
get her ass
Amber Heard
ejected?
trial.
We shall
Amber
see.
Heard versus Johnny Depp trial. It will be read at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Our own reporters are on the scene. As a matter of fact, I'm going
Yes.
to
Thank
actually
you. Thank
toss
you.
to
Thank
one of them
you.
right now.
Y'all are
That's
paying
not
for my
one of
hot
them, that's
fries
one of the
and my Dr.
best.
Pepper addiction.
Stacey Delicat, she is on the scene. She's actually going to take over anchoring as that verdict is read. And
10
I will
minutes,
be here
y'all.
to
We got
continue
this.
to answer your questions through the afternoon. But here, don't move
I think
away
she's-
from the long time network.
I think she'll
Stacey.
get on social media and lose her shit.
Linda,
I do.
thank you for that kind introduction.
Right?
Couldn't do it without you back there helping us out.
She's
with
like,
all of
I'm
your
free to
great
get on that
insight.
phone now.
Time
I'm
is
an abuser,
2:49
and you just sent the
Eastern time.
message
We're about
that
11 minutes
abusers
away
shouldn't
from
come-
when
I
the
can't
judge said
imagine.
the verdict would be read. We know this is a judge who keeps things on time. She sticks to schedule, so you can expect very likely sometime in the next 10 minutes that live picture is going to go up in the courtroom. The judge is going to call the jury in. She is going to ask the foreperson, how did they find...
Did y'all notice that she was the only person that did not clap for Judge
And,
Penny?
Then we will find out whether there will be any
Like,
judgment,
everybody
so on
stood
and so
up
forth. But let me
and
set the
gave
scene
Judge
for you
Penny a round of
outside the
applause.
courthouse
Literally,
here. If we can put
the
up
entire
our
courtroom would
shot
hurt.
from outside the front of the court. Obviously,
In the front
a
row.
huge amount of media. Everyone is set up and ready to go. We've got the podium outside the
Girl.
courthouse. As soon as the verdict comes
for their
in
statements
and everyone
afterwards.
starts to stream out, we'll be getting interviews live on the air. But we've also seen a lot of the fans, a lot of the spectators who are here for the duration of the trial. Well, they've all been watching our coverage. They've all been watching all of the online
Yes, so just so
commentary.
y'all
They
know,
knew,
they'll go in.
in the
The
1 o'clock
jury
hour
will
when we said
hand
we'd
over,
reached a
will give their
they heard it,
verdict
they
to the
got in their
bailiff,
cars, and they
who
headed
will give
over
it to
here. And so
Penny.
what we're seeing outside the
Penny
courthouse
will
is more fans showing up. Johnny Depp fans
read
with
the
signs,
verdict.
perhaps some Amber Heard
Then
signs
they will
as well.
probably do a
There are people
count.
who brought lawn chairs that are set up outside,
And the way they'll
waiting
do
to
that
watch
is,
the action.
Thank
And
you,
you can
Shannon.
see,
The way
as
they'll
I
do the
said, now that
count is
crowd
they'll say,
growing
is this your
outside.
true and
Ann
actual
Jeanette
vote?
has
Da, da, da,
gone
da.
inside the court to get inside the
They
courtroom
poll
to
them.
be in position for when
They'll
the verdict's
poll
read.
all
Of
the
course, she's going
jurors,
to
all
have
7
all of
of
the
them, not very
reaction
many, to make sure
from
that that's their
inside.
accurate
And what I can also
vote
tell
and
you, I
verdict.
snuck up there just a few minutes
And
ago before
then
coming back out here,
They'll say what
and it
needs to
was
be
starting to
said.
get pretty crowded up there.
Shouldn't take too long.
This
Then
was
they'll
not
come
the scene today
outside,
that we
and then
had seen the
both
last 6 weeks when
sides
people were getting here in the
will
middle
have
of
the
the night
opportunity
to
to
line
make
up for
a
bracelets. No, there were
public
bracelets, these blue
statement.
bracelets, which you need to get to the
So that's
courtroom.
what's about
They
to
were
go down.
available as late as 8:30, 9 o'clock. So you can imagine some people were able to come later in the day, snag these wristbands, which gets them access to the courtroom or the overflow room inside.
Oh, they do have an overflow room.
I can tell you a lot of the people that I saw were not members of the media. They were just fans, spectators, interested people. There was like a mother up there with a young child going in to get a seat in the courtroom. So it's going to be a packed courtroom for sure when the verdict comes in.
It has been an
in just a
absolute
few
honor
minutes.
and pleasure.
What else can I
We've
tell
had
you
a
out here?
fantastic
well, again,
time.
Amber Heard is expected
I'm sure
to
we
be
will
here. In
continue
fact,
to have a
one of our,
kick-ass time.
Producers is
I'm
standing
living
by
for
to
it.
give
I have
us an
found
update
my
as to
people.
when her car arrives. It should be very
I
soon
have
if
found my
it hasn't already
besties.
arrived, because we are getting close to 3 o'clock.
Thank
The
you,
big
thank
question
you,
is Johnny
thank
Depp gonna be
you.
here? No. Ann Jeanette Levy confirmed earlier this afternoon with Johnny Depp's team that he will not be returning from the UK.
And y'all's donations
As you
make
know,
this all
we've been
possible.
telling you, he flew
So,
out there over
this
the
coverage
weekend
is
after
brought to
closings
you
wrapped up
by
on
you.
Friday. He surprised fans at the Jeff Beck concert in England on Sunday night, and then did another show on Monday night and last night in London at the Royal Albert Hall, much to fans' delights. Kate Moss was even in the audience last night. According to the British tabloids, he invited her to come to the show, and they were even seen spending some time together backstage.
Well, we'll debate that. We'll debate that.
Kate Moss, of course,
Todd
one of
Chrisley is a hoot.
Profile witnesses to testify in this trial in its last week. You can even perhaps hear in the background helicopters.
Right.
Now. There are helicopters.
Then what's she gonna live off of?
Local news helicopters getting the pictures
Not her
of
money.
the crowds gathering.
Thank you,
outside
Sarah.
Of the courthouse right now. Again, we were told Johnny Depp is not going to be back from.
Yeah, I
UK.
agree with
He will
this.
be watching the
I agree
verdict
with this.
over there, perhaps performing the next few nights, because we know Jeff Beck has several other concerts scheduled through the weekend in the UK. Earlier, we saw both legal teams inside.
That's what it's all
just
about.
10
It's a
minutes ago, I
bonding,
saw,
learning
part of
experience
Depp's security
here.
team go inside. These are people who have been in the courtroom every day as this trial has gone on. They are all taking their places inside right now.
It is a nail biter.
Waiting for this to get underway. I mean, Linda, you've watched this closely the whole time.
So
just as closely as
again, me
anyone,
and Clint talked
I'm
about
right that,
this
you know,
when we were
right
going
around 3 o'clock
over
sharp, we're going to see something happen because this judge likes to stick to schedule.
She
the
is
computer
absolutely
stuff,
purist. She
caught
wants
the
to
sheet of
schedule.
paper
She
where
has probably
ACLU
told the jurors that they're coming
wants
right
Johnny
at
Depp
3
to
get
pay
their
them
belongings ready.
over
And,
$85,000.
yes, we will have that verdict right here at the Long Time Network, Stacey. Absolutely.
Somebody tell me how it would
So here's
possibly
the
cost
question that came in
$85,000 to
from
produce
someone
those
wrote,
documents.
love that name, on YouTube. She said,
No.
are we ever going to see the jury,
No.
or are they never going to be shown for their protection? Linda, we wouldn't see the
Yes.
jury. Tell our
Yes.
viewers.
Yes, we don't get to see juries in the United States of America.
Everyone thinks
kind of
it's like a
protect
separate
everybody in the
lawsuit.
courtroom. And I'm looking at
It's
the
not.
courtroom right
Like
now,
there's a
Stacey, I'm looking
filing
at the
for
picture
this
of the
case. If you're a
attorneys all
media member, it
seated.
is
I
on
think
the
that's-
website or the
I think
Google
that's
Drive.
Amber Heard in the courtroom. I really can't tell.
They're just
But yes, the
requesting to be
judge has also entered an
reimbursed.
order,
They're saying Johnny Depp should
and
reimburse
said
them
that
for
the
what it
jurors'
costs
names
to
will not
obtain
be
the
released
paperwork that he
publicly, at
wanted.
least by the
But
state of Virginia
$85,000
for
to get
1
that paperwork
year.
seems
That does
ridiculous
not mean
to
the
me.
jurors can't identify themselves. They can actually have their own press conference. They can talk to the
Like,
media.
I'll get you some
They can
papers if you're going to pay
self-identify. It's just that the
$87,000
state
or
of
whatever it
Virginia
was to
will
get
not release
papers.
their names unless there's some reason to do so earlier, before 1 year.
We have two other guests with us, of course, still with us. Hey, Mike Korbanix, law and crime analyst.
Like, if it
joining us,
costs
as well as
them
Nima Rahmani.
money to get the documents,
Okay, I take it back.
I can see
It's a little
them
chaotic with
wanting to
the
be
helicopters going above.
reimbursed
Okay, Nima Rahmani is
for the
still
money
with
that they
us.
had
We
to
an
spend for
interesting
something
question
that
earlier,
they're
which
not
I think
involved
it's good
in.
to remind viewers of, because we have so
But
many more people tuning in now,
$85,000
which is, are there any restrictions
to
on the
produce
jurors after this
documents?
case is done, after
Seems
they deliver their
wild to
verdict and the
me.
judgment? Can they
Thank
write a
you,
book? Can they
Cynthia.
sell their notes, someone said? Are there any restrictions on the jury? Linda?
Stacey, no, there are no restrictions on that. The only thing they can't do is with the notes. They will not get their note backs, okay? They will not get their notes back.
They talking about the jury?
Those get saved by the
Yeah.
court, and they get destroyed. Now, they can redo
Yeah, they
the
don't get to
notes
keep
so
their
they went
books.
home every night and write what they remembered, and therefore sell maybe those, the recollections. But with regard to anything else, they can talk freely. They have a First Amendment right to talk freely. All that can happen.
That
is
was my
you
thing.
harass them as a
It was
lawyer.
the amount that got me.
You know, you can't go
I can
in
totally
and
understand them
harass
wanting to be
no one should
reimbursed
harassing a jury anyhow.
for having to produce
But they're free
documents.
to talk and they're free to
But
publish.
how could it possibly be 87, 85, whatever?
So,
How could it be
and some very well
$80,000 to
might.
produce
This is a
documents?
very high profile case where there has
That's
been
wild.
a lot of interest. I mean, right now, we've got about 1.5 million of you tuning into our YouTube channel. So thank you for sticking with Law and Crime for this and for these key moments. Again, you're looking at a live picture inside
I
the
do
courtroom
not
right
think
now,
that this will
where
happen.
everyone is
But if he is
assembled,
found
just about 4 minutes to go until 3
to
o'clock. We
win,
expect to see the
then
judge
you
come
might
in
see the
and
jurors
call the
say
jury
something
in
sooner.
for
If
the
he does
reading
not win,
of
do not expect
this
to hear from the
verdict.
juries.
Linda, we know there are
The
a bunch
juries.
of questions. There were a bunch of points.
God,
on
can
the
you tell my
verdict
brain's
form.
not working?
How long do you think this will take?
Well, you're going to get a feel right away because I have
Welcome
the
back,
special verdict form from
Beat
Johnny
McGee,
Depp
my
right in
girl.
front of us because our producers are just so great in getting it. I also have the one for Amber Heard. The jury form is about 4 pages long. It will go pretty fast. It won't be longer than 10 minutes right here, and maybe less. If they find no calls of action, for instance, on 1A, if they answer to, do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements
That's what
of
I'm saying.
defamation on that first quotation regarding sexual violence, then they don't answer the other questions. They go right to number 2. And if they don't find that, the likelihood is they won't find for him on any of them. And the same with Amber Heard. So it's going to be under 10 minutes, Stacey.
Okay, that's good to
That's
know.
not good.
And just a reminder of viewers, what we expect to happen here, if this just takes 10 to 15 minutes, the jurors, once they're let back in the jury room, they'll later be dismissed, but we expect the legal team
Y'all,
to
I
decide
just
will
don't feel
come
like you
out
can
and give some
predict.
remarks.
This is
Others
not
will
my
weigh in
area.
as well. Unclear whether anyone will
I
hear
mean,
anything from Amber Heard immediately after this. And by the way, if you look on the screen,
I don't
she is
know.
seated there in the courtroom awaiting the verdict. With
I haven't
the rest
seen
of
these
us.
people. I haven't watched their
An interesting
reactions.
question
I mean,
that we got from Haley Howell on Facebook. Has the judge already heard
they're
the
either
verdict,
gonna
or will
say
she be hearing
it's
it
most
for the
likely
first
that
time
they're
when
going
we
to
do
say
as well? Janine, do you want to take that one?
no, he didn't prove malice intent. However, again, if this case, if you
Okay.
can't win a
Janine
defamation case
has
out of
left us.
this,
We thank her
then
for her
celebrities
time.
just don't
Linda,
even need to
the
try.
judge is going to hear the verdict just when we do, right?
No, Stacey, I'm sorry. I thought Nima was going to field that one, but I'll field it. Yes, the judge.
Nima, please take it,
you know
Nima.
what?
Guys, I'm out here in our
Okay.
studio A. It's hot, it's humid. I can't see all of you in the monitor. So Nima, please, will the judge rather be hearing the verdict for the first time when we do?
The judge is going to get to see it, I guess, maybe 30, 45 seconds before, and then at that point, yeah.
I'm not even going to comment on that. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to.
Okay, so this is all kind of happening in real time, off the cuff here, and the judge will be finding out, barely any time before the rest of us. Sarah Wilson on YouTube asked, "Are they going to show the courtroom when it's being read?" Yes, Sarah, that's what you're seeing now on your screen is a live picture of the courtroom. You see the attorneys there, you see Johnny Depp's attorneys there, you see Amber's attorneys, and you see Amber herself. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in, because we have new people logging on every minute as we get closer and closer, literally 1 minute away from 3 o'clock. Johnny Depp, we have been told by sources close to him, obviously is not going to be here. He's not in there right now. In the UK after doing a series of surprise performances with Jeff Beck. He is expected to stay there. His team said that he had prior commitments in the UK and he will be watching the verdict from there. We'll see whether he issues any kind of comment, video statement. We just don't know what we'll hear from him, but we do expect we will hear from his legal team as soon as this is over.
Okay,
Again,
they're
our
standing.
outside of the courtroom.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Crowds growing, supporters.
Girl, shut
and
up.
so forth as we get ready for this verdict to be read. It is about 3 o'clock.
All right, are we ready for the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Just for everybody in the gallery, reminder that this is a court of law. And regardless of the verdict, I will not tolerate any outbursts whatsoever. Okay? Thank you.
There she is.
If I could have the attorney's approach for a moment.
Well, she's there for sure. I'm not. Don't love that look. That he's not there and she is. I know they don't have to be there. I know. Just my personal opinion.
All right, again, you're looking live.
Girl, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what I need you to do, I need to give the forms back to you. When you find a defamatory statement, one or more, you need to fill out the compensatory damages. It has to be at least $1 for compensatory damages and up to whatever you feel the damages should be.
No. No. No.
Head back to the operation room and do that for me, okay?
They did not put They did not put an amount on there. They didn't put compensatory damages on there. So they have to go back and put the amount. Fuck.
All right, so we'll be in recess till we hear back from them. Don't go too far, okay?
Thank you.
Fuck.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right.
They didn't fill out the compensatory damages spot. So as y'all know from when we went over the verdict forms together, at the bottom is the compensatory damages that you think they should win. The jury clearly forgot to do it. Let me see how many there are on here.
She looks like she's dressed for a funeral.
Okay, but really though,
Hopefully her own.
She should be. But I mean, I will say she is there. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So let's see here. So right here, they need to fill that out and fill this out. So they got 2. Yeah, I was like, do I need to pull that off the screen or? But yeah, so they'll have to fill that out. Honestly, they should have explained that to them. That's on them. We, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of blank as against Amber Heard to the amount of punitive damages. Oh, geez. Okay, so they have to do compensatory as well as punitive damages for both of them. I think that's going to take a minute. They did not put down compensatory or punitive damage amounts on the form. And since they didn't do it on the form, they have to go back. And Penny says you have to put at least $1 down. So, yeah, they just forgot to put compensatory and punitive damages down. And there's 2 different sheets. There's one obviously for Johnny as well as Amber. But they're going to have to... I'm kind of worried about the fact that they didn't fill it out because it's a whole sheet. Like, this is their form. This is the sheet 1. Oh, that's sheet 2. And here's sheet 1. So I guess they just skipped over these two sheets. That's kind of, yeah. I don't know about that, guys. Because this is their actual form that we filled out together yesterday. And that's just straight up 2 pages that they... Somebody asked about the amount, and I don't know if Sierra's already answered that for y'all or not, but she's our excellent mod, so everyone show all the respect to Sierra because she's doing the damn thing by herself. So much love to Sierra. But obviously, Amber's asked for 100. I don't think she can verify why she thinks that she deserves 100. Johnny asked for 50. I do think he's justified asking for 50 as he explained his losses. So I think that he's justified that. Whether or not they give that, I don't know. They could go with, you had one job. They could go with the amounts or they could change it up. But some people would say, clearly Johnny's not in it for the money, put $1. And some people would say, well, he deserves to at least get the $7 million he had to pay her from the divorce back. And somebody might say, no, forget that. He needs to get the full amount that he asked for in losses. So that could take a minute to work that out. Ooh. What you think, Linz? They did go in there and see you wasn't in there.
My opinion on that is that his tour was scheduled before trial, so he does have obligations with that, but it does look bad that he's not there. I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. It's a good point. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, Penny clearly saw it. They handed it over and she noticed it was not all the way filled out. I swear, anytime something's scheduled, something comes up all the time. I guess they could say we want to amend some things. I guess it just depends on, but clearly they have not completed the form, so it's not official. Great question. I feel like they could argue over the money for a minute. Maybe they didn't realize they needed to fill that out. I'm not sure. Or maybe they were so exhausted from filling the rest of it out like we were that they didn't. I don't know. I don't think they're going to change the verdict, y'all. One of my friends texted me and said, what the fuck? It's literally a fill in the blank worksheet. Yes, and they forgot to fill in those blanks. This could be a while. I don't think they're going to go in there and change anything. Do y'all think they want to hash this out again? No. they're going to have to hash out the amount as is. So I think they will go back in there exhausted and hash out the amounts and get out. I mean, some people think it should be $1. Some people think it should be one. Somebody could say $1. Somebody said 7 million. Somebody said you should get the 53. So I don't know what happened. Penny clearly explained to them how to fill it out, so I don't know. Maybe they just forgot that they didn't. I don't know. But y'all saw the form. There's 2 pages designated specifically for compensatory and punitive damages. So no, just Penny saw it and realized it wasn't filled out, wasn't completed, and sent it back. I'm afraid to say I think that this could take a while. Oh, someone asked about the different types of damages. So like if you have I was responding to text messages, sorry. Compensatory damages, compensatory damages are what you award somebody for their lost wages, the amount of an injury. So compensatory damages would be like how much he lost in earnings from potential jobs, stuff like that. And then punitive damages, that's just an amount that you award to punish the wrongdoer. So punitive is a monetary value just to punish the person for wrongdoing. And then compensatory damages is like lost wages, medical expenses, injuries and stuff. For this case, compensatory damages would be how much he lost from movies. And then punitive damages would be like, do they want to make her pay just for being the wrongdoer, or vice versa? We're back in the courtroom, so what's going on here? But that's the damages. One is like an amount that you think they should get just because they were done wrong, and one is like an amount you can back up with, this is how much I lost from work, etc., etc. Yeah, we need justice for Boo too, okay? They should get punitive damages just for Boo. Penny is not up there. But if they come back this quick with money, I'm shook. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I told you, when they make up their minds quickly, it's indicative of one way or the next. Like, if they come back quickly on this money, they're either going to go with designated amounts, or maybe they just realized they forgot to fill it out and already discussed it. But Oh shit. Okay. That was quick, so maybe they just really forgot to fill it out. Where's the sound? Law and crime. Maybe they just really forgot to figure it out and already had the amounts down. But that was very quick. I was expecting that to be like an hour or something. So surely they just forgot to fill it out.
All right, Mr. Foreperson, is this the verdict of the jury?
Yes.
All right, is it unanimous?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Jamie?
We got a verdict. It is unanimous, okay?
In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition, quote, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
He won it.
Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
The most important question was,
do you find that Mr. Depp has
question.
proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. 2, as to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled A Transformative Moment for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change, in the Washington Post online edition. Quote, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Okay, so we got one.
Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that, question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes.
The fifth one's most
Question,
important.
the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Wait, so 6 is.
Question, the defamatory implication was designed
This
and
one.
intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
So he's got 2.
Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Holy
Do you
fuck,
find that
he did
Mr.
it.
Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Fuck, y'all.
3. As to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled "A Transformative Moment for Women" in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition. Quote, I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Next one's most important.
Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
Okay, he won all three.
Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of this statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw
He
it
won
other than
all
Mr.
three.
Depp? Answer,
Holy shit.
yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Holy shit.
As
Holy
against
shit.
Amber Heard, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $10 million. As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $5 million. In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Ms. Heard's claim against Mr. Depp. 1. As to this statement, appearing in the April 8, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and
Okay, let me
shield,
hear this shit.
depending on their needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as the sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no. 2.
Bro.
As to this statement appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt did not do the trick.
He won. He's about
The
to win
officers came
outright.
to the penthouses, thoroughly searched and interviewed,
He's about to
and
win
left after seeing no
outright.
damage to face or property. So Amber and her friends spilled a little wine and roughed the place up,
Holy shit.
got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second call to 911, end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Ms. Heard proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, Mr. Waldman, while acting as an agent for Mr. Depp, made or published the statement? Answer, yes.
Uh-oh.
Question, the statement was about Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
Uh-oh.
Question, the statement was seen by someone other than Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
Uh-oh. I told you I
Question,
talked
the
too much on
statement
this
was
one.
false? Answer, yes.
Fuck, okay, he did not win
Do you
outright.
find that Ms. Heard has proven by clear and convincing evidence that the statement by Mr. Waldman was made with actual malice? Answer, yes.
So he lost that one.
3. As to this statement appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, we've reached the beginning of the end of Ms. Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp, end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no.
Okay. Y'all, we knew that one statement
As
was an
against
issue.
John C. Depp II,
We always
we, the
knew
jury,
that one
award
was an issue.
compensatory damages in the amount of $2 million. As against John C. Depp II, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $0.
Does either side wish to have the jury polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fuck.
Jamie?
Okay. They're just
Members
gonna-
of the jury, if this is your
they're
verdict,
just gonna go
please
through and say
answer
this is true or
yes.
not answer. They're
If
gonna
this
say
is
yes.
not your verdict, please answer
So
no.
Johnny won all 3 of
Juror
his
number
claims.
6,
They said
juror number 10,
they're all gonna say yes.
juror number 15,
Yes.
juror number 16,
Yes.
juror number 22, juror number 27, juror number 29.
Yes.
Okay, I do find that the jury's verdict is unanimous. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your service in this case. I want to
Holy
thank you again
shit.
for your dedication and your hard work during this trial. And I know I speak for everybody here
I'll explain
when
in all
I
of a second. Hold on.
tell you that we appreciate your sacrifices and your time and your public service in this matter, okay? So I'm going to have you go back to the jury deliberation room for one more time, and then we'll release you from there, okay? All right, thank you. All right. Okay, in accordance with law, I will amend the punitive damages award to the statutory cap of
I'll explain it, but
$350,000
hold
for
on, so
Mr.
chill out.
Depp's award, okay? I will set this down for entry of an order, and can we do it on June 24th at 10 a.m. if that's available? All right,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chu, if you could prepare that order and then circulate it to Ms. Bretterhoff, and we can have all the objections noted on it. All right?
We'll do that, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, and if I get it before that date, I'll take it off the docket, okay? All right, again, thank you to all the attorneys for your professionalism, and you're welcome to come to my courtroom anytime. Well, give me a few weeks, but then you can come anytime, okay? All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right.
Okay, so he won all 3 of his, and they gave her 10 million, or she's gonna have to pay him 10 million in compensatory damages for lost wages, but they threw on 5 million for punitive damages, which I think is hysterical. So he won a total of 15 million. I think that is rational. We know she didn't have 50. So I think that was rational and fair. I think the fact that they threw 5 down for punitive is hilarious. But then with her, she lost 2 and got 1. And the one that she got was the one that we talked about heavily yesterday. And I said he ran his mouth too much. Because he said, let me find the exact same one so I don't lie to y'all here.
I love that I opened Twitter and somebody says Amber Heard should have won.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. So here's the statement that she won on. Quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt didn't do the trick. The officers came to the penthouse, thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing no damage to her face or the property. Here's where I think he messed up. He then goes on to say, so Amber and her friends spilled a little wine, which sounds malicious. So they spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second 911 call. That's what got him right there. So Amber and her friends spilled a little wine. That's a little too sassy. He talked too much there. Spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second call. And, we hashed that out yesterday, and
outside the courtroom where you can see these fans. As I said, every time a judgment
some.
was read, Johnny Depp, a huge crowd cheers went up.
So we knew,
cheering Johnny. Clearly,
we knew that statement was iffy.
Johnny Depp outside the courtroom right now, and And so they're still standing outside. I imagine they are going to be here waiting for Johnny Depp's legal team to come out. As I was mentioned a few minutes ago with Anjanette, the lawyers themselves basically earned celebrity status during the course of this trial. The judge sending the jurors back into the jury room one more time before they are dismissed. Linda, do you think we're going to hear anything from Amber Heard?
Well, she came to the courthouse, so I assume
She will forever remember this as the day she almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow, for sure.
But she's going to be asked the question: is how do you feel about the jury not believing your claims against Johnny Depp that he?
She did say something about the cap of 350.
The abuser. It turns out he was the victim, and she's not going to be.
Thank you, Cater.
There's an answer she can give that can spin that.
She did say something about capping it at 350.
The legal team, maybe they'll take some questions. My guess is that if she were to come out, and that's a big if because this is a pro Johnny Depp crowd out here. If she were to come out, maybe she would make a brief prepared statement and then be like immediately ushered into a car by security. I don't think she's going to do any kind of press conference answering any major questions right now. Depp's team, on the other hand, I expect they will be. Again, for those who are just tuning in, the verdicts, I should say, not the verdict, but the verdicts are in, and Johnny Depp, the clear winner here, the jury.
Yeah, that's honestly crazy.
Did defame him on all 3 counts that were being considered.
I really did not think they had malice, so I'd say that they.
Now is the one, the only Dan Abrams, the founder of the Law and Crime Network, with us. Dan, give me your reaction.
Well, first of all, we have to say, wow. I mean, I'm sitting in a car watching this live stream, just like 3 million plus others.
No, I don't.
Crime Network, and the fact that Johnny
I don't think we'll see that.
On all 3 counts is pretty amazing. Remember, this is a case where he sued a publication in London.
Also, like,
the standard is harder to win, and a judge came back and said, no, he believed that Johnny Depp was a quote wife beater on 12 of 14 counts. Now you have a jury here of 7 people, 5 men and 2 women coming back and saying,
I think they'll just make her pay 13. But that's a question for our civil queen. We're waiting for her to respond.
I had talked about previously the possibility of both of them quote unquote winning.
I mean, I would assume they would just take it off of her total amount. Otherwise, you're paying $2 million for her to turn around and give it back. So I'm assuming it would make more logical sense to take it off her total, but I don't know. So let's wait for our civil queen to answer that for us. I think that's more than fair. He won all 3, which again, I'm not sure that they had malice, and y'all went over that verdict sheet with me. So, but they were fair in the fact that they did 10 million and then 5 in punitive, and then they gave her 1, which, to be fair, he did run his mouth a little too much in that statement.
Yeah, and Dan, I think that's a really good point because the statement
she did mention there was a cap of 350
that Adam Waldman made, in which he said, talking about Amber and her friend setting Johnny Depp up.
She said there was a cap.
So Amber and her friend spilled a little wine. They roughed up the place, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, then placed a second call to 911. So perhaps the jurors didn't believe that whole sort of collaboration, right, conspiring happened. Would you say that then this is not a total loss for Amber Heard, though?
I think it's a total loss for Amber Heard. I mean, it's better. It's better that she won that one aspect of it, and if she didn't bring anything, her team can now try and
that was fair as fuck, honestly.
It was, both sides.
That was fair as fuck. That jury's smarter than we thought.
When we talk to these jurors, and I'm sure that some of them will talk, they're going to tell you, I feel confident that they're going to tell you that they simply did not believe Amber Heard. Because remember, it's not that she won on all.
I think that jury was fair as fuck.
I mean, basically the jurors had come back and said, he wins on all counts, and she wins on all counts. Then I have a different answer for you. But because they
really did.
She just wins on this one issue. It seems to me that I don't see how those jurors believe on questions 2 and 3 with regard to Johnny Depp. Not just the sexual violence claim, but the rest of it. I don't see how those jurors come back and say that he was defamed and that there was any sort of equivalency here. If he was defamed by that statement and Amber Heard did not win on those countersuits with regard to calling it a hoax, etc., these jurors clearly believed Johnny Depp and didn't believe Amber Heard.
Yeah, Dan, let me stop you here because our 3.5 or so million viewers, 3 million viewers on YouTube, and some people have some concerns. They want to make sure that you are not driving. Like so many people, I'm sure you stopped whatever you were doing.
Okay, so Amber Heard has already.
You picked up your phone and dialed into YouTube, right?
I'm in the
Hold
back
on.
seat of a car. I'm not
Beat McGee, are you still on here?
Right. He's not at the wheel, guys. He's in the back seat of a car.
Thank you, Catherine. Beat McGee, are you still on here? Because you're texting me. That's what I want to know.
Let's talk about the appeal. Is Amber Heard going to appeal?
Beat McGee,
Absolutely.
if she's still on here,
And remember,
texted me a post on Instagram from Amber Heard.
you're appealing primarily.
Okay, Beat McGee, this is verified, right? I trust you. You know you work with me all around.
Some of the testimony that
So they already had a statement ready,
she will appeal
and
some
Beat
of the
McGee just sent it to me via
aspects of
text, and it says, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond
rulings,
words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorneys succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. Bitch, you didn't win in the UK. That was the Sun, but I digress. I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly."
That he was not a domestic abuser.
Let's hope to God no one texts me right now.
I think that allows him to get back his career
Come
in many
on.
ways. You could argue there were other reasons he
Come
lost
on.
much of his career. But this is a
From
massive
Amber Heard's
for Johnny
Instagram.
Depp. I don't think it can be underestimated
So-
to characterize it that way.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, you touched on the damages, and let me remind our
It was posted 1 minute ago, and it already had 1,073 likes. And Beat McGee, shout out to Beat McGee, because she texted me this in a pinch, real quick.
That one of the statements made by Johnny Depp's lawyers was defamatory, so a little bit of imbalance in what's owed.
So apparently that's Amber Heard's statement that they clearly already had ready to post the second this came out.
Doesn't have the $15 million for damages.
Now, if we break this down, which we're about to. Yeah, we are. We're about to. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm sure it is. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence was still not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. He's not the fucking president. And there was no mountain of evidence. My personal opinion. Y'all have seen the evidence. Y'all sat through this entire trial with me. Plus, media members have seen all of it on there, online, on TikTok, on social media. No. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. That's bullshit. It is a setback. What was a setback? Was lying and getting caught. Thank you, Shannon.
A little bit before.
It sets back the clock to a time when women who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. You're not being publicly shamed and humiliated for speaking out. You're being shamed because you got caught in a fucking lie. Big time. Ironically, through your own mountain of evidence, but okay. I believe Johnny's attorneys succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. First off, there's freedom of speech and there's lying. Second off, you didn't win shit in the UK. The Sun won in the UK, which, by the way, that's the Sun versus an American in the UK. We all know their media. I'm sad I lost this case. Yeah, we fucking know, because now you broke ass. But I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly.
Dan, can you hear me
Um,
still?
you can speak freely and
So, you know,
openly,
that's really, it's more of a PR.
and there's a lot of
So,
leeway.
that's okay. We get it. We get it. Lots going on.
But you
Listen,
did get up here and
you said
tell
it's a
quite
domestic.
the
Now,
assault
here's a
story
question for you, because you watch so many of these high-profile trials, and yes, this is
and
not
got
a
busted on it.
but we've seen a lot of high-profile civil trials. We know that these stars' reputations, you know, what was left of them essentially were at stake. Amber Heard's in the courtroom. We know both legal teams are going to come out. Do you think Amber Heard is going to address?
We're waiting for their statements, clearly.
I don't think with all those Johnny Depp fans out there, she wants to hold a press conference where people start yelling at her.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
If I were a PR team, I would let the lawyers for Amber Heard make statements.
Yes.
I wouldn't have her. I'd have her sit down with someone, you know,
Yeah.
a relatively favorable journalist.
Listen, to be fair, a lot of juries could be, but she did the damn, like, that jury did the damn thing. They're smart. They're smart, and they know how to look non-biased. Oh my gosh, thank you, Becca. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheers. Cheers, bestie. I'm sorry that this looks like a penis. I did not know. But cheers with the penis hot fry, bestie. Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. Dan, thank you so much for
She sure did.
calling in and sharing your response with us.
Look, I didn't know that I was going to cheers one of my besties for their donation. It was going to be with a penis hot fry, but we're celebrating it.
But for now, I want to go right to Linda in the studio. She has a statement from Johnny Depp, his reaction to the verdict. Linda.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually trying to find it right now, Stacey. So just give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's
here.
ridiculous.
Hold on 1 second. You know, live TV, a lot going on. Okay, I need the statement. I will read it to you, but I need the statement. But while I'm waiting for that,
it most definitely was.
Okay.
It was.
Let me read it right now. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go.
Okay, hold on. We got something from Eve Barlow sent in.
I love Dan commenting on our favorite witness by giving his report from his car. Alejandro, I'm changing my Zoom background, but here's Johnny Depp by his spokesperson. 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me were forever changed, all in the blink of an eye. False, very serious and criminal allegations were levied at me by the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It had already traveled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had a seismic impact on the life and my career. And 6 years later, the jury gave back my life. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owe to my children and to those who have remained steadfast in their support of me.
Where's
I
the
feel
rum?
at peace, knowing that I have finally accomplished that. I am and have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and the colossal support and kindness from around the world. I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those supporting them never give up. I also hope that the position will now return to the innocent until proven guilty, both within the courts and the media. I wish to acknowledge the noble work of the judge, the jurors, the court staff, and the sheriffs who have sacrificed their own time to get to this point, and to my diligent and unwavering legal team who did an extraordinary job in helping me share the truth. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Veritas nunquam perit. Truth never perishes. That's from Johnny Depp. That's the statement.
That's a good
Stacey,
one.
I know that you are
That's
sitting
a
out
good
there
one.
with
Okay, so y'all send
Anjanette.
it.
We
Hold
have Nima here in the
Yeah, that jury's way smarter than
studio
people think.
right
Because
now.
if y'all think about it, they
What
waited.
is your reaction
I
to
mean,
that?
or ironically, came to a verdict on National Narcissist Abuse Awareness
Stacey,
Day.
what is going back to you?
And they were
your
super
reaction to
fair.
all that?
Do I
Johnny
think
Depp's
that they
statement,
pretty
very
much
long,
said,
very
fuck this,
well
we're going to give them a win? Yeah, I
my
do still
reaction
think
to
that. I'm
you
not sure
is
they have
Amber
malice
Heard's
on all
statement,
three of
which we
those.
just have
But
in to us right now.
love
Let
it,
me
here
read
for
that.
it.
The
And
disappointment
then
I
to
feel
look
today
fair
is beyond
and to
words.
be
I'm
fair, they
heartbroken that the
also
mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand
awarded
up
her
to
on
the
that one
disproportionate
statement,
power,
which, as we
influence,
discussed
and
yesterday,
sway
yeah,
of
he
my
did run his mouth a little
ex-husband.
too much on
I'm
that
even
statement.
more
So
disappointed with
that was
what this
fair. That
verdict
was
means
legit.
for other
Now
women.
let's see what
It
y'all
is
sent me
a
from you,
setback.
Barlow.
It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and
On
spoke
the
out
face of
could be
it, it is
publicly
a
shamed
failure of
and
everyone
humiliated.
who
It
believes in
sets back the
progress
idea that
and
violence
the
against women
sanctity
is
of
to be
human
taken
life
seriously.
that a
She goes on
woman
to say,
had to
I believe
testify
Johnny's attorney
to
succeeded in getting the jury
alleged
to overlook
rape
the key issue of
on
freedom
live
of
television to
speech
the whole
and
world.
ignore
Bitch,
evidence that was
oh
so
my.
conclusive that he won in the UK. I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder
Okay.
still that I seem to have lost a right that I thought I had as an American to speak freely
The fuckery
and
is
openly.
strong. Ooh, the
Again,
fuckery
that's a
is
statement
strong.
from Amber Heard sent to us by her publicist, where she says, I'm sad I lost this case. So even though
Where to
the
begin with
jurors
this?
did find that Johnny Depp's attorney defamed her with
First
one
off,
of
she
his
says
statements,
progress
as we've been saying,
and the
clearly this is
sanctity
a
of
big
human life.
loss for her. And Linda, when
Nobody
she says,
said a
this
damn
is an affront
thing
to freedom of speech,
about
what's
the
your take on
sanctity
that?
of human life.
It's not.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. A failure of everyone who believes in the progress and the sanctity of human life. Okay. That a woman had to testify to alleged, which she underlined to be a petty bitch, I'm sure, rape. But I hope you're underlining it because that's exactly what the fuck it was. But you're underlining it to be a petty bitch, I have no doubt. So, okay, on live television for the whole world. Let me just say something, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to shut up before I say something I shouldn't say, but I want to say this. Unfortunately for survivors, they carry this horrible burden of being expected to thank you. They carry this horrible burden of having to tell what happened to them in order to put away a perpetrator and to get a conviction and to protect others. That is an extremely unfair burden by all means. No one wants to be a victim. To be victimized is bad enough. To have to go tell the police about it, to relive it over and over again is horrible. But as a victim, you have this unfair and awful burden of having to do that to get justice as well as to protect other potential victims. Thank you, Morgan. So I say that to say this. There are people every day that have to get up in a court of law and discuss things that they do not want to discuss that happened to them. I'm not exactly sure like the level of fuckery here is just so strong with this stupid ass comment. I mean, we randomly throw on the sanctity of human life. Look, they're really pulling the power play for women here, which I'm all about women's rights. Nuck if you buck, bitch. I'm here for it. But this looks more like a manipulation tactic than anything else. And dumbass bitch. So anyways, Johnny's statement was fantastic. Steak. She shit the bed, Janet. She shit the bed. Yeah, that statement I just read was from Eve Barlow, and I put it up on Instagram for y'all, but that statement is so... It's a situation all in itself. Because I feel like that's an emotional and mental ploy right there. Same as Amber's, but this is trying to lump some things that shouldn't be lump summing. And they did not make her testify to an alleged rape on live television to the whole world. That's not exactly how that went down. Anyways, also, we should be empowering victims. Like, if they want to talk about empowering victims, let's fucking full stop, bitch. Let's talk about it. You want to empower victims? Let's stop with social stigmas. Let's stop with social shaming. Let's all do better. Agree with that. But there is this super unfair burden that victims have to go through to get a conviction to protect other people. And it's horrible. But I don't know where she's going with that. But I'm probably too pissed to say, as somebody that actually cares about real motherfucking victims, I'm probably a little too pissed to make a comment on that at the current time. Thank you. You guys are the party, I told y'all. Y'all are the party. Y'all are the fun. I give all the credit to y'all. I mean, if we want to talk about setting people back, I think the public knows who set people back. Okay, Erica, first off, people want to know if the $2 million will just be deducted from her 15 total that she owes Johnny. And I said we need to defer to the civil queen because that ain't my thing. I didn't think it makes sense to give her money to give back. But we wanted to know if they'll just take that off her total. And Eve Barlow put out this statement that said, on the face of it, it is a failure of everyone who believes in progress and the sanctity of human life that a woman had to testify to alleged rape on live television to the whole world. And so I got a problem with that statement on multiple levels, but I'll refrain until I sit on it a little longer. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, thank you. Let's see here. We're going to get a...
And here they are approaching the podium, Ben Chu, Camila Vasquez, the rest of the Johnny Depp legal team.
Anyways, yes, victims have this huge burden of having to testify about stuff that they should never have to talk about, should have never been through, to get a win, to protect others. And you know who hurt that? You know who fucking hurt that?
Hi, everyone. Today's verdict confirms what we have said from the beginning, that the claims against Johnny Depp are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence. We are grateful, so grateful to the jury for their careful deliberation, to the judge and the court staff who have devoted an enormous amount of time and resources towards this case.
Our judicial system is predicated on each person's right to have his or her case heard, and we were honored, truly honored, to assist Mr. Depp in ensuring that his case was fairly considered throughout the trial. We are also most pleased that the trial has resonated for so many people in the public who value truth and justice. Now that the jury has reached its conclusive verdict, it's time to turn the page and look to the future. Thank you all so much, and thanks to the jury.
Thank you so much.
Have you spoken to Johnny? How is he feeling? How's Johnny feeling?
Will Johnny and Amber ever speak to each other again?
Is this the end of the matter? Will there be any more legal action?
Is Mr. Johnny Depp going to run for office?
Well, there you have it.
Okay, so I clearly missed that comment, but state got us. So they're just going to deduct the 2 million, so she has 13, right? Is that right? Because I missed the response from our civil queen. Yup, Boo. Boo needs to get his justice too. But yes, what drives me crazy is that, like, they're using these emotional and mental ploys. No, in most cases, especially like sexual assault cases, there's not always a lot of evidence. I don't believe this case is saying that you need evidence to prove it. I don't believe that. However, they know that there's lots of people that didn't get justice because there was a lack of evidence, and them saying that is an emotional and mental ploy, in my personal opinion. Because here there was a mountain of evidence, but it just didn't prove her claim. And so they're preying on victims that didn't get their justice because they didn't have enough evidence or what have you to get it. And they're using that emotional mental ploy to hone in. No, fuck that. This is our civil queen. Erica M is our civil queen. If they want to throw themselves out to the wolves, and I feel like they'll at least go out there and say, we'll file an appeal, no comment at this time, or today was against victims, set a precedent against victims and hurt women or some shit like that. And Clint. Oh shit. House of Drake is throwing that shade. Do it to it. Clint got all the jokes. You know, I don't cover all the petty bullshit, but that don't keep y'all from saying it and me posting it. It just makes me mad. It just makes me mad that they use these mental and emotional ploys and tactics. Like, she stood on the back of victims and survivors to elevate herself. Not about that fucking bullshit. Nope. And then still continuing to do it with the shit that she says.
Pleased that this trial has resonated for so many who value truth and justice was among some of the comments that were made.
I was just hoping we were going to see Amber leave. But anyways. And then to say that this set back victims. No, what set back victims is that there can be a million people that tell the truth, but they will always use this one lie as the example. Dead ass. If there's 50 people that are assaulted, but one person gets caught lying, that one person has caused issues for all of the other survivors and victims because people will always remember the one lie. The person that caused the most damage here was not that jury, who, by the way, was hella neutral in the fact that they gave her. I mean, no, I don't think they gave it to her. She did win one claim, which I think is fair because that statement was way fucking out there, as we discussed yesterday. So whatever. And then you put that on them? No. Like, don't put that mojo on the jury. Like, y'all set back survivors. No. A juror's job is to look at the evidence, do their shit. If y'all sent me messages on Instagram, there's a ton on there. I've definitely not. I pulled 2 that y'all sent. Here's Johnny Depp's statement that they read for us. Post that now. They've already read it. Thank you, Derek. So I got that up. I mean, see, look, things get nasty in a courtroom all the time, but she didn't take accountability upon herself for anything. And I do mean not even the bare fucking minimum. And she shit on substance abuse, domestic violence survivors, sexual assault survivors. That's just for starters. Mental health. I mean, damn, we're trying to move forward. And you're the one that just drop kicked us fucking 10 steps down. I'm so sorry, Sierra. I'm so sorry. I did warn you when you became mod that it can get wild around here.
Oh, okay. Hi, guys. So sorry, I didn't realize I was live. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, and Jeanette. Yes,
Okay,
we can
I'm
hear
not
you.
here.
Tell us what's going on out
Okay, sorry, I'm not hearing anybody in the studio. So this is live TV.
Yeah,
This is what
police were
happens during
lying
breaking
too.
news. So joining me right now is John Cox. We met in the line for wristbands this morning. John, you're a former assistant U.S. attorney. You told me this morning you tried cases. Tell me what you told me this morning.
This will be good shit.
I said I thought the jury was going to break on the sexual violence count, and I thought they would return the parties to the status quo at about $14 million verdict.
And you thought that Depp would win. And did you expect he ran the table?
I didn't see that.
He didn't. He won every count, but he didn't get the 50 million.
It just seemed like there was competing facts on both sides, but the sexual violence count didn't seem like they were competing facts.
Interesting. Your thoughts on the verdict for Amber Heard based on the second Waldman statement? They found it was defamatory and that Adam Waldman made that statement on behalf of Depp as his agent, and they awarded $2 million in compensatory damages, 0 in punitive. Your thoughts on that?
Well, she had her witnesses testify, and it was other than her, and they said it didn't happen. So there's a basis for that finding.
Your general reaction, I mean, I feel like you got the verdict pretty much right.
I didn't get to see the whole trial, but from what I saw, it sounded like
I mean, he got it. Again, I feel like I'm not sure they proved malice, but thrilled with the verdict, clearly. And I love that they bias checked and gave her that other one. So despite how they feel about it, they still rationalize that statement was a little too far. Tell the world, Johnny, tell the world. Show did. That backfired on her real quick. Did she post a new one? Her post has 44,000 likes. Well, that's 44,000 people to pray for. I agree with this, but it makes them look non-biased. I think that was a bias check to the max. Elaine, where are you at? Yeah, we're hanging on to see if we're hanging on to see if they'll talk. But it's not looking like it. Certainly not looking like it. Yeah, the jury was smart. Like, I'm wondering if they knew what today was smart. And they were working hard, I will say that. Okay, I don't have his Instagram, but I'll look. Okay. Damn. Adam Waldman has a blue check mark? Shit. I don't see a post for him. Oh. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting him running through a field with a knitted hat to be the picture, but I digress. So his post says, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Martin Luther King Jr." Well, this Instagram is hella interesting. Let me just take a minute to peruse this. Okay. See, it's weird to me because the Adam Waldman statements, the other ones did not bother me. But again, we talked about this yesterday, and yesterday I was like, ooh, he ran his mouth a little too much here. Spilled a little wine, like that's like a smart ass. They went around, spilled a little wine, got their story straight. That was a little too far. So I'm not surprised. They're just randomly interviewing people. Do y'all even want to hear this? I don't know.
Thought it was very fair.
It was very fair.
I was glad to see Johnny Depp prevail because I thought the evidence did support his side of the case. I do feel bad for Amber's side. I think her lawyers did a nice job, the best job that they could. And I feel a little bit bad for Amber. I'm sure she's bitterly disappointed and probably not able to really understand what happened because I think her mindset was that she was in the right all along. And I think that was revealed when she was on the stand in particular. But, I wish them both the best. I really do. And I'm sorry that the case has been a platform for a lot of venom and vitriol that's been flung at Amber. But like I said, I wish her the best, along with Johnny.
Yeah, and vitriol, yes, I agree with you on the vitriol part. But really, I think this case should be taken as a message about the truth and the truth being important. And people should not be afraid to speak up as victims of domestic violence, whether they're male or female. I feel like in a way, we've heard people saying that this verdict.
Okay. Virginia statute 8.01-38.1 places a cap of $350,000 on punitive damages courts may award to punish wrongdoers. So there's your answer. And the judge is required to bump it down. That's very interesting. That is very interesting to me. But here's the statute, so y'all know that this is verified. There you go. So that's what the cap is. So really, Johnny Depp's total is $10,350,000 is his total. $10,350,000. Subtract the $2 million, so $8,350,000. So he basically got back his divorce money and a tip on the side. Well, in Virginia, the judge is required to lower any punitive damages to $350,000. So that's why she said, I'm going to move that down to the cap of $350,000. That's what she meant by that. So one of my genius legal friends is watching this on TV right now and sent me a picture on the TV. But that genius legal friend said basically that caps suck and that's why tort reform is bad. Agreed. No, court's done. It is what it is. Yes, compensatory damages are different than punitive. We talked about this earlier. Compensatory damages are like in this case, it would be what Johnny Depp lost in potential earnings from her statements. That would be Johnny Depp's compensatory damages. And then punitive damages are just a price that you put in play to punish the wrongdoer. It's like a parking ticket. You parked crooked or you parked on the line, so we're giving you a $50 parking ticket to punish you. They awarded him $5 million in punitive damages, but in the state of Virginia, according to the statute that I sent in here for y'all, there's a cap of $350,000. And my legal genius friend in my text messages over here said juries should be empowered to make case-by-case decisions. I agree with that. I agree with that. So he got 10 million compensatory, 5 punitive, but she was awarded 2, and then they cap at 350, so he's going to get $8,350,000. Girl, y'all already know. Eduardo Valletta, I'm going to vote. My personal opinion is hell no, she ain't going to do it. You got to remember, she had the money from the divorce in full after a year and 3 months. And then it was another year after that before this lawsuit happened. So that's a whole year she just didn't pay it. I didn't even kind of pay it. You know? I don't think we're going to be hearing from Amber's team. I really don't. And with Virginia civil, it's 30 days. Let me check this because y'all know I don't, civil ain't my fucking thing, and neither is Virginia. In Virginia civil cases, you have 30 days to appeal. I'm pretty sure it's 30 days. Okay, beginning January 1st, 2022. So this just happened. They have 30 days from the date of the circuit court's decree or order to file their notice of appeal. So, yeah, I mean, if she's going to do it, she's got 30 days. Appeals are expensive, yeah. But she might do it just to hurt him. Just throwing that out there. Oh, shit. I always recommend the local shelter. I actually used to volunteer at the local women's shelter where I live. So that's always, you can volunteer, donate to your local women's shelter or organizations that help. They're not suing him. They're not suing him. It's a part of this case. They are requesting to be reimbursed for what they claim was over $85,000 in expenses to obtain the documents that Johnny Depp made them hand over. So it's not like the ACLU is suing Johnny Depp. It's like this case that just ended, they filed for Johnny Depp to have to reimburse them. I don't think that's weird. My issue is that I don't think it's over $85,000. Like how could it be over $85,000 to provide that documentation? But I digress. Neither here nor there. Big facts. Big facts. Which is a big reason why, like, I had to go through the training. They have like a all-day training class. So I did that, and I used to volunteer, like I said, at the local women's shelter here. And I highly recommend, if you want to volunteer, you know, here at least it was like a day class that you had to take and do the paperwork and stuff to volunteer. And they always need donations. And honestly, I recommend that you should volunteer there, or at least go look, because it might surprise you. Like, they need clothes. Like, people leave their house with nothing. So the shelter needs clothes and food and everything that you would need if you left your house with nothing. So I do highly recommend that you look into your local facilities. Yes, we did talk about their statements already. Hold on, I'm asking the legal genius over here. Hold on. You think it would cost over 85 grand? With the ACLU thing, what blows my mind is that they're claiming it's over $85,000. I'm just thinking they got donations, which the accountant should have on file for that year anyways. And turn it up, shit fire, shit fire, shit fire. Too many things up.
observers say, look, this is a major win for Johnny, not so much for Amber, and she herself in her statement acknowledges the loss and calling it a setback for all victims of domestic violence. As for Johnny Depp, he put out a statement through his spokesperson. It's also up on his Instagram page, saying that 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and the lives of the many people who for many, many years have supported me and believed in me were changed forever. He goes on to talk about the charges and says, 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back, and I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. Goes on to acknowledge the noble work of the judge, the jurors, the court staff, of course, his legal team, ending with the phrase, the best is yet to come and a new chapter has finally begun, using the Latin words for the phrase, truth never perishes. Linda Kenny Bond is still with us back in the studio. Linda, I want to talk a little bit about the monetary damages here, because you may not know, this is where it gets a little technical, right?
No, we already worked that out. I don't think Johnny's ever going to see that money. I'll be honest. Shouldn't have it to give him, which is an issue. Also, in my side text with one of my genius friends over here, we were talking about with the ACLU thing, it could have been $300 an hour for them to look through it. But at that math, it would have been 285 hours at $300 an hour for it to total over $85,000. And from looking at the legal docs on the docket, they provided what, like 3 checks and 10 emails? It cost that much for to provide 3 checks and 10 emails? I mean, clearly there has to be more than that, but I've only seen minimal evidence there. That blows my mind, but we shall see. Don't worry, I got screenshots. And I posted them on Instagram. Me and my side chat over here. If that's how ACLU spends their money, count me out for contributions. Hell fucking no. Will you see me donating there? You will not. You will not. I agree with that entirely. You're not going to see me donating there. After this fucker. What in the fucking hell was that? If somebody's in the garage, there's a tarantula out there that will eat your ass. May the odds be in your favor. I'm trying to click this comment. I don't know what's going on. He does have attorney fees, yeah. What in the fucking hell? Yes. His attorney fees, I'm sure, were substantial. But worth it. I have no doubt worth it. Hell, he might give them the win. He doesn't need the money. Maybe he splits it. Maybe he splits that $8 million between the lawyers. Now, I really feel like this is big truth. I will not be donating there. How is she going to pay for this? Great question. She's fucking not. She's most likely not. But they could put a lien on her property and get some of it that way by putting a lien on the property. They can also garnish her future wages that she makes. There's different ways. We'll see if if he ever sees that money. That would have been stipulated already, and I didn't see that. So, yes, a lien. So they'll put a lien on her shit. Which means, like, if they put a lien on her house, like her house, they put a lien on it, she can't just sell her house. They have a lien on it, which means, like, they're going, that money's theirs. It would be hilarious if he garnished her wages. Although, I'll be real with y'all, is she going to have wages to garnish? Except for those royalties on Aquaman and Pineapple Express. I'm joking, obviously. He absolutely. So look, if he puts a lien on her property, that money's going to go to him. Obviously, she can't sell her house without them taking that money. And then, as far as garnishing wages, let me show y'all a great example of that. Anybody in this group chat with an age that starts with a 3, you know the O.J. Simpson trial. O.J. Simpson was acquitted of murder, but he lost his civil suit. And they garnished his wages to that. So he wrote a book about what if I did it. And all of the money made from that book's sales went to the Goldman and Brown family. So that's how they garnish wages. Like if she wrote a book or whatever, like, but a good example of garnishing wages would be the O.J. Simpson case. I'm not trying to show my age either, I assure you. I assure you. What gets me is that we know that she had the money paid out in total to her from the divorce after a year and 3 months. Yeah, a year and 3 months. She was paid the divorce settlement in its totality. And then was not sued for like another year after that. So she had the opportunity to pay way more than $350,000 if she was really wanting to. I mean, I might not even talk shit if she had donated $3 million. I wouldn't talk shit because I'd be like, okay, well, maybe she needs some money to live off of. Whatever. But $350,000 out of the $7 million that you said you were donating? Hell no. That's not even tax. Hell no. She sure as shit ain't gonna pay that. Girl, I feel that. When we were talking about the jelly shoes and the glow-in-the-dark stars and the CDU towers, let me stop before I rat us out even more. Well, yeah, I meant if your age is 3, it'd be 30 plus. If you're 30 plus, you remember. And listen, anybody whose age starts with a 2 better not act like everybody knows the O.J. Simpson case, because I made a joke about the O.J. Simpson case the other day, and somebody asked me why I posted a picture of Kim Kardashian's dad. You want to talk about feeling motherfucking old? Somebody asked me why I posted. Why is Kim Kardashian's dad holding that bag? Oh my God. Hilarious. When they stopped the NBA finals. The NBA finals were on and they cut that shit off for the Bronco chase. That's when you know you've made it big. If you're a true crime junkie, that's different. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it did hurt my soul when they said, why is Kim Kardashian's dad holding that bag? Like, bro, what? If the glove fits. So we have any more last minute questions, comments? Because y'all already, oh, wait, no, this is a good attorney. What the hell? Hold on. Hold on.
About this so many times on the air, especially when you're dealing with a public figure, it's very difficult to prove because of the actual.
This is a very famous attorney, defense attorney.
The jury evaluated all of the evidence. They watched Amber Heard's testimony. So your thoughts on that?
Well, I had always thought, and I really approached the case more as a criminal attorney, and Johnny had reached out to me just, a few months ago. I told him I was getting ready for a murder case, and the murder case got continued, so I was able to, carry on conversations with him and sit through some of the depositions. But I really think it came down to credibility. I think her case failed, and looking at it as a criminal attorney, it failed on the forensic evidence. Those beatings and abuse that she described did not happen. I've been doing criminal cases for over 30 years, and the forensic evidence simply wasn't there. She just did not suffer the injuries. Forget about having witnesses. I can understand, that abuse victims don't have firsthand knowledge, witnesses present, but the evidence wasn't there. There just was not the forensic evidence to support what she was claiming. The second thing, because I've represented a lot of sexual abuse victims over the years, she wasn't afraid of him. And I think Camille Vasquez did a beautiful job of laying all that out, not only in the cross-examination, but in the closing. I mean, she wasn't afraid of him. She was, taunting him. She was very aggressive. And so her case just collapsed, and that falls at her feet. She just was not credible. That's why she lost.
I think it's really interesting that you point that out. And I've talked about this only briefly on the air.
Y'all want to listen to her.
I've done stories. I've covered cases about sexual assault over the years. I've covered trials involving sexual assault.
She's a fucking legend.
These allegations that she made about the Australia, the bottle rape, which to me is indicative of some type of sexual sadism that is,
yes, and they had no fucking proof of that.
It's so over the top and out there. She did not seem to me to present as other sexual assault victims who I had seen over the years. So I would agree with you on that. Also, I've talked about this. My mom counseled sex offenders who got out of prison over the years to try to help them get back into society. And that's the type of things people who are in prison for hardcore rapes do. So I think it's rather, you know what I mean? I maybe I'm getting too far into the weeds here, but that is some hardcore. I agree with you. That is, that's the kind of stuff my mom, I remember her.
Yeah, it would be a very advanced sexual predator.
This is what I said to y'all during trial.
Out, and that was their first sexual assault. And you're right. We've had cases where people have been raped with objects, and that is somebody that's very far advanced in that pathology. And plus, just she could not explain, the fact he had his cast on. The evidence wasn't there. There wasn't anything that indicated it happened the way she said.
In case y'all don't know,
was wrong.
In case y'all don't know, this is Kathleen
the trauma that I've seen with sexual assault victims. And you're right about the perpetrators. There's no possible way
that somebody
impossible. Would just wake up at age 58 and commit that kind of crime.
No.
It never happened.
We talked about this
exactly, and I know in discussing, obviously, ethically speaking, counselors and therapists, things like that can't opine on these types of things. But these are things that my mom and I have discussed many times over the years. And when I told her about this, we had a discussion about it. And those are the types of things that people do to torture victims and to put themselves in a position of power over their victims. Let's talk now. I want to know how you got involved in this case. I read an article in the Daily Mail saying that Johnny Depp actually saw you in Making a Murderer too, and that's how you came to become a part of this team. Is that right?
Well, I guess that's what happened. He called me. He left a voicemail at my office, and we couldn't really believe it was Johnny Depp that called, but it sounded like it. He left the phone number and just said he wanted to talk to me. So that was at the end of December, and I was supposed to start a first-degree murder case in January, which I explained to him.
Yes, she is.
It was interesting to me why he reached out to me.
She's been a part of getting a lot of people off of death row.
To me, of the fact that
I think
he was
she's featured on more than one Netflix series.
I saw in Making a Murderer
she's
where you
legendary.
said that you'd be the last person someone would hire if they were guilty because you would find out about it. And that I was very struck with that, but that's what motivated him to contact me.
And I respect the shit out of her for other
his trial team was excellent, and
There's
they
other professional
really
things
had
that she's done
their
and not done
entire
that I respect
plan
her for.
in
So
place at the point I came in. So I provided moral support for him, and also just, the fact that, her story was not believable, looking at it as a criminal lawyer. And, I really enjoyed getting to know him and having conversations with him. I think we all believed in him. We all believed that he could prevail and that he would be able to tell the story and win the jury over. So yeah, it was an amazing experience, but I did come in right at the end.
Hey, you're saying you were providing moral support. He contacted you, so you have a relationship with him. Is the Johnny Depp? Is what we saw on the stand Johnny Depp? Because a lot of people tried to say, well, he's an actor. He was doing this. I read something in the New York
she's
Post
a very big
opinion
criminal
piece where they were
defense
saying,
attorney.
"Give him
She
an
does a
Oscar
lot
already."
of
Your thoughts
work
on comments
on
like
getting
that,
people off
and
of
did we
death row
see the real Johnny Depp?
for being falsely convicted of murder.
Yes,
like
you did
that's
see the
her
real
area.
Johnny Depp. He's exactly the way he presented himself. His speech pattern is exactly the way.
Yes,
that's the way
she
he
was
speaks.
Ryan Ferguson's lawyer. Yes,
he's very thoughtful.
absolutely.
He speaks very slowly. He thinks about everything that he says.
Johnny Depp is a true crime junkie. Johnny Depp helped get the West Memphis 3 out of prison.
I found
he was a huge West Memphis 3 advocate, so he is a little bit of a true crime junkie.
And probably one of the most unpretentious people I've ever met in my life. He's the real deal. That is the person that he is. That's not an act.
Well, that's really interesting to me. What would you like? You said he's not pretentious. I'm wondering, and I don't want to violate any confidences because he is technically a client, sort of, since you're an advisor, a consultant. He had said when he first got on the stand, he was doing this because of his children.
Because they talked about sexual violence, I'm sure that's why they contacted
motivation
her.
For him.
Because she does criminal. So if I'm assuming they contacted her
I believe everything that
because
he said on the
of
stand
the
was
sexual violence
sincere.
mentioned
I do
throughout.
believe, what he stated is exactly how he felt, that he was very concerned about his legacy and rectifying this horrible lie that had been told about him. I think the great thing about his testimony is the trial team really brought out all of his thoughts about this. I thought they did a wonderful job of letting him, and I think that was Jessica Myers that did the direct.
Yes.
She did a wonderful job of just letting him explain himself. That's the way, if you were sitting with him today, that's exactly what he would tell you. He never varies. He doesn't contradict himself. He doesn't tell different stories. He's just a truth teller. So I'm so happy for him. He's been reborn.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you on that. And I don't know Johnny Depp, obviously, but I remember seeing him the first day of the trial. There's a TikTok video that they put together at the network of me saying, "Hey, I'm here and I'm doing this." And they it goes to a shot of him in the courtroom. And he looked very concerned, and he had come into the courtroom and kind of greeted his legal team and smiled. But this kind of a bewildered look on his face. But then we saw that lift. I don't know if you noticed that, but I saw a change throughout the course of this trial, and he seemed to really get kind of a spring in his step, if you would, or almost like he got his mojo back. Did you kind of notice that change?
He got his sojo back or his mojo back? What I couldn't hear.
That because I felt that he definitely gained all of his energy back.
We already got our press conference. The defense won't do
in
it.
the justice system, I think the UK trial, was really a travesty, and a lot of the evidence wasn't
1000%.
evaluated. So yes, I think it just, it was like he emerged with a huge weight lifted off of him.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that, and I think maybe some other people did too. Well, Kathleen Zellner, thank you so much for coming on such short notice again. I really enjoyed speaking with you, and this is really a great victory for Johnny Depp. And just so our viewers know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I was just being a smart ass.
And I was going to say
joking.
with this trial team, because this team, Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez and Jessica Myers and all of them, this is a great legal victory. They absolutely believed in him. They put their heart and souls into this thing. So they need to be commended for carrying this case through to the conclusion. So they should be applauded.
Me too.
I agree with you. I thought they all did an amazing job. Jessica Myers, I think she's kind of been in the background, but she did an amazing job with his direct and redirect in both the case in chief. It was like she was almost like a therapist.
She was kicking ass and taking names.
But she had this calming, cool, not cool, but yes, exactly. And I thought it was really good. And Camille Vasquez did an amazing job, of course. I know you've tweeted about her. Just an aside, and we're going to have to sign you off, Kathleen, but thank you again for coming on. We hope you'll come on another time. But Johnny Depp, as far as the justice system goes, people might not remember this. West Memphis 3, Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Put that plug in, baby. Put that plug in.
So the justice system
Fuck
and
yes.
issues with the justice system.
Get people
are
curious
things
because
that
we're going
he's
back
been
to court,
concerned about
baby.
for
Get him
a
on
long
it.
time.
Yes, and he even
Hell yeah.
offered to, and I took him up on it, to write a letter to Stephen Avery from the Making a Murderer series. So yes, he's pretty remarkable, and he definitely identifies with the average person, and like I said, he's just humble. So it's a great day for him.
Great. Well, again, Kathleen Zellner, thank you again so much, and good luck with the upcoming murder trial. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more on
Whoever this is right here with Long Crime, yeah, you go, girl. Put that plug in for West Memphis 3. I know y'all heard that. Okay, I give her mad respect, not only for knowing that, but for mentioning it, especially considering that West Memphis 3 is currently back in the court system. So, fuck yeah. So, ooh, this fucking fly is gonna drive me crazy. Whew. All right, any other questions? Because we definitely need to go celebrate. We need to have mega pints. This was a great day for the shitheads. And here's credit to her for dropping that West Memphis 3 plug. I'm living for that. So when will we start West Memphis 3? Here's what we're going to do. Yes, I was wondering about this. I was going to read it and I was like, oh, I better not. So, Ann Jeanette, y'all know I'm terrible with names. Y'all know to never trust me with names or what day of the week it is. But anyways, so here's the deal. I have to finish recording Duggar, and by that I have to finish recording Sentencing Day for Duggar, which probably has just 2 more parts. 1 or 2 more parts, max. And then we will start the West Memphis 3. So probably this week. We will most likely start the West Memphis 3 this week. So y'all get ready. Get ready, because we're going to do the damn thing. No, fucking thank y'all for bringing the party, bringing the energy, being my besties. Yes, I'm hoping all of y'all will stay with us for the West Memphis 3. So here's what we'll do is like I'll do little chapters and then we will meet for lives to discuss those videos. And then I'll do some more videos, like maybe we'll do a video and then a discussion, or maybe we do 3 videos and a discussion. And also, there's another case that's going to be on Court TV that you guys will remember that we can do live watch for. Matter of fact, let me just look. Let me see when that's going to be. No, I will not start at the very beginning because y'all know when I do a case, I fucking do a case. If I'm covering it start to finish. However, just for covering it on TV, we can do the Kristen Smart murder trial. Okay? The pretrial motions are June 6th through 12th. Jury selection is June 20th through the 27th, and opening statements are July 6th. So, if the Kristen Smart murder trial is on Court TV, which I'm hearing that it will be, we will do that live watch. Yes, I love this. Probably Pirates, but also Blow. Blow sounded like a good one. And also, yes, round of applause for Sierra because she has modded this by herself the whole time. The whole time. Including the day that I was at Duggar trial, Sierra had to do this all by herself while I was at Duggar sentencing. So, round of applause for Sierra, the baddest bitch in the land, who was mod not only this whole damn time on here by herself, but also on TikTok and took on reading tons of papers on the media membership that she put notes on and covered for me while I was at Duggar because Clint came to Duggar with me but didn't want to announce it just yet. So, yeah, huge round of applause for Sierra. She did the damn thing. So anything else? Anything else? I'm glad we could all become besties on here. Because y'all know that I treat y'all. If you've ever messaged me on Instagram, I just talk to you like we've been best friends for 10 years. It's just that's how I treat everybody. We're all in this together. So again, thank you, Nikki, for calling me. Amanda called as well, but Nikki called first. Nikki was on top of that shit. I'm talking, she called 20 minutes before anybody else noticed, at least. So yeah, everyone needs to go have a kick-ass mega pint. I heard a noise in the garage, and I'm sure it was something falling, but a part of me had a slight panic that it was Carlos. But yeah, so this was all fun because this group, there's a great group on here. And so, yeah, we will do the Kristen Smart case live watch. If I can find the old West Memphis 3 clips, we can do that. But we got plenty to dig into here. We're just getting started, y'all. We're just getting started. Sierra, I would consider you the queen for dealing with everything. But we have so much. Yeah, we're just getting going. We're just getting going. And kudos to whoever wants to come get Carlos out of the garage. so that I cannot be paranoid every time I step out there. Any last questions? Y'all know how to find me. But as soon as I finish getting these Duggar episodes recorded, which, look, I only have to record a few more Duggar episodes. And then we got Depp and Shreve. We get to go to the fun shit that I like to do. So please God, we're so close. We're about to do West Memphis 3 and the Jordan Shreve case. Oh, see, here you go. Here's somebody that knows. It's going to be complicated. Yeah. I'll probably do a video of like why it's back in the court system now, and then a video of who's who, and then just start picking it apart. So there's 30 years to sort through. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Allegedly, supposedly. Abso-fucking-lutely. Look, everything. Allegedly, supposedly, I don't know shit about fuck. Allegedly, supposedly, I don't know shit about fuck. Allegedly, supposedly, but I don't know shit about fuck. Literally, that's my disclaimer on everything. Everything. Yes, again, if you're a media member, the West Memphis 3 files are up and plentiful. Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah, for those of y'all that have never heard anything about the West Memphis 3 case, I'm going to recommend, if you don't have a bunch of time or whatever, maybe just watch West of Memphis. Okay, Amazon Prime has that, I know. Or the first Paradise Lost. If you've never heard of West Memphis 3 and you want to get ahead of the game, if you're a media member, start looking at the documents, or maybe watch West of Memphis or Paradise Lost, at least the first one. That way you can have a little bit of a background on who's who. We're going to get into it, but I'm saying if you want to get a jump start, that's one way to do it. Oh, it's going to be a hell of a dive. I'm not sure y'all realize how much of a dive we're about to take. I'm glad that we got to do Depp first, because we're about to go balls to the wall. It's going to be a shit show. We absolutely need shirts. And I'll show y'all how to make those goofy notebooks that I use that y'all love so that we can all have our little notes for West Memphis 3. I'm talking it's a notes type of situation. Like legitimately, you might have to take notes. Yes, I will say this. We can do live watch for the smart case, but I'm not going to do the deep dive. I've already done the deep dive because we went over this case in college many moons ago. Hell, this case goes all the way back before Lacey Peterson. Lord, I'm aging my motherfucking self. The smart case goes back. It predates the Lacey Peterson case. So I say that to say this. I have already done all the work for this. We talked about this. I had to learn about this years ago, so I'm not going to do all the work on that. But we will do live watch. You can listen to your own backyard podcast. I have fully listened to that, and I do think he did a fantastic kick-ass job. Like, that was some legit ass shit. And I'm very hard on true crime podcasts. I'm talking like I'm very hard on true crime podcast. He did the damn thing. So if you're wanting to do something before the smart case, I highly recommend in your own backyard. We will do live watch for that. But y'all best get ready for West Memphis 3 because, ooh, it's going to be on and popping. All right. Yes, Paradise Lost or West of Memphis. If you forget, you can message me and I'll add them to that Amazon storefront. If you'll go to my Instagram, Sojo Files, there's a link to the Amazon storefront and I'll add the books and documentaries in there. But also, like I said, the media file for y'all, if you're media members, has thousands of documents in there. I guess I don't even know why I've got that up. To switch to this. So, I do not know this, I'm very hard on some of these things because, oh, I guess I shouldn't show my thing on there. Okay. I'm very hard about some of the information on here. So I can't verify a podcast as far as West Memphis 3 goes. Just because I've not found one. I'm not talking shit. I've not tried to find one because I did my own research on it, so I didn't have to have one. But I will vouch for Paradise Lost, the documentary, as well as West of Memphis. I will vouch for those two. Now, I do think, yeah, it's going to be a shit show with Sojo. I do think that YouTube has a version of either Paradise Lost or West of Memphis on here that you can watch for free. I think. Do not quote me. It might have Spanish subtitles. But beggars can't be choosers. So if you want a free version, I think there might be one on here. Otherwise, Amazon Prime will have it. She's got 30 days. But it will cost more than she's got. Y'all, I gotta finish power washing this deck. I forgot that's what I was doing with my life today before I got derailed. I forgot that's what I was doing. Yeah, I do need to go finish power washing the back fucking deck and do some laundry. And I know you bitches on TikTok Live are about to call me out about why I need to do laundry. But any last questions, comments, concerns? And listen, I'm all about West Memphis 3, so listen. Now, don't do me dirty. Do not do me dirty and send me some bullshit. But if you are going to dig through the media file, if you have a membership and you're going to dig through the media file, and you want to send me documents that you've peeked at and tell me what you think, or you have questions about or concerns about, or like you saw this and what the fuck is this, and y'all want to have like a real educated talk about some shit y'all found from the media file, y'all can send that shit at 3 a.m. I'll respond back because West Memphis 3 is my jam. So there's that. But don't send me some bullshit you Googled. Come with some verified stuff. But I knew one of y'all was going to call me out. I knew one of y'all was. I knew it. I knew it. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't get to know the swimsuit secret. But I knew one of y'all was going to call me out on that. It's okay. Lindsay called me out on it too not that long ago. All right. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll reconvene. And yeah, I don't want to go do house stuff, but whatever, I guess we will. Just go power wash this deck and like shower and shit. The audacity. I got hoodwinked into thinking being an adult was cool. Being an adult, they said, it'd be fun, they said. You get to do whatever you want, whenever you want, unsupervised. Fuck that shit. I got hoodwinked. But anyways, so love you all. And yes, I will go live on TikTok, but not for very long because I'm losing my voice and gotta record this fucking podcast so I can get fucking done with Duggar. Because the bitch is motherfucking done with Duggar and all the stupid shit that goes with it. Side note before I get off of here. Reddit popped the fuck off about me and LB making a statement about some coffee at the Duggar trial and accused us of lying about somebody having coffee at the Duggar trial. Like, I give two fucks about somebody having coffee at the Duggar trial. First off, I saw the coffee because it went through security by me. I made a joke about how I was going to commit a crime and steal the coffee because it looks so good. And that was that. A bitch don't have time to lie about somebody having coffee at the courthouse. Also, I don't give two fucks. Like, people, like, this is why I'm done with Duggar. This is why I'm done with, yep, Coffeegate. That's why I'm done with Duggar. Because the stupid fuckery is just too much. Killing brain cells and the force is strong. The force is strong. Okay, I love you all. Love you, love you, love you. And, yeah, I guess I'll go fucking power wash this fight deck. Damn it all to hell. Love you all. I'll see you on TikTok briefly. And, yeah, start digging into West Memphis 3 so that we can do the damn thing. I will see you guys later. And I'm glad that we got a win.